Hey guys, there's too many damn things to do. I know you don't play Fae anymore, Makoto, so you don't care. But these things still matter to me. I haven't had a day off of streaming since I don't know anymore. It's been a lot of days.
Hey Notmoms, how are you holding up?
Stressed? There's so many things to do and not enough time to do it. Today I opened up a US bank account and I formalized the sponsorship receipt. Like, I opened a US bank account because I'm supposed to receive US dollars from like this sponsorship I had, World Tanks. And that took a while. And then I opened up a US PayPal account, and I wonder how that's gonna work out. But yeah, like, these are things I had to do for a while now. But there are just so many things to do in general. All right. So Datamine stuff just came out, I believe. I mean, it's been like the formatted correctly so we can actually go over it. It's been out for a while, the information, but it hasn't been put into images and stuff until recently. Datamines are still late as heck, even though it's supposed to be 10 p.m. now. It hasn't really changed the timing of like the actual updates themselves, which is really dumb. Alright, right now I'm updating the game. Do you think December will have an Ascendant hero in Book 6 first chapter? I think that's their new moneymaker, and I think they're going to try and use it as often as they can. But I'm not sure if it will be in December. I think it might be in January. I think they'll still at least space it out like once every 2 months. But I could see it as much as like 1.5, every 1.5 months, essentially. So some months will have one, and some months... Some months will have none, but most months will have one, is a better way of wording it. Wait, is it a in-game only update? I don't really see anything. You thought I was taking a day off? I wish I was taking a day off. There's no time for taking a day off. What? All right, guys. Sorry, one moment. I'm just finishing something. That's annoying. All right. All right. Anyways. Yeah, it's in-game only. All right, I need a moment before we can formally start all this stuff. Oh, yeah, sorry, chat. You guys are gonna have to wait a moment. It doesn't matter how I do the run, but I gotta do the run. I remembered, or rather, I figured there were some things I needed to do first. So. Heroic banner. That one's already. I was supposed to stream a bit earlier, quite a bit earlier. But yeah, as I said, every day there's so many things to do anyways, like I just can't balance it all. Yesterday we had a 9-hour stream, by the way, so it's not like it's for no reason. But yeah, just too many damn things.
We walk together.
Find a day. Yes, I would very much like to find a day.
Yes, I suppose.
I was hitting to do, sure.
I am going.
Oh, my new team. My new team is actually really good.
Maybe this way.
I'm like so excited about that, actually. All right, so real quick, chat. Let me finish the daily stuff because I expect once we get into Datamine stuff, it'll take like around an hour, which means by the time I'm done, I will have no time at all to finish my dailies. So yeah, just wait for me a moment before I can get to it.
All will burn.
Not a problem. Ready. Choose your path. I'm in. So
Oh, that's really dumb.
Where to next?
Oh yeah, you want to see my AR team? The new AR team is actually really cool.
What now?
I'm like really excited about it, actually. It's working really well.
Certainly.
This way?
Fine.
Maybe this way.
I will go.
Not a problem.
Oh my god, Constance. Constance is dumb.
Where to next? with you.
Can't kill her. Can't kill her.
I see. I'm in.
Nope, it doesn't matter. All right, this is awkward as heck. Wait, how much damage is this? 40. Well, that doesn't work that way, unfortunately. I'm just gonna restart this turn. Constants.
Ready.
So big and strong. Care to play?
Not a problem.
I must be careful.
Good morning.
The dumb part is they're needed on both sides.
I am going.
This way?
Choose your path.
I will go.
That's not gonna work.
I am flame.
Yes, I suppose.
Oh, I'm alive. Black Knight kills me though. No? No, Hubert kills me. Never mind. I'm just gonna surrender and redo this. That's stupid. Yeah, I'm not forgetting the summoner thing. I'm trying to use the summoner as often as I can.
Fine.
Certainly.
This way?
Where to next?
I'm with you.
Maybe this way.
Now.
Ready.
That's better.
All will
What
burn.
now?
Some of these new heroes being released nowadays are just too good.
So big and strong.
Choose your path. Good morning.
53 speed versus 42. That's fine.
Ready.
Wow, that's pretty rough. Pretty rough.
I see. I'm with you.
Care to play?
I must be careful.
Ooh, that's not good. I thought I had one more action. Nope, I don't.
This way?
Maybe this way.
I will go.
When did this get so rough?
I must be careful.
Ready.
Oh my god, Yuri's also there. Ugh.
This way?
Well, this is gonna be fun. Yep. I'm gonna survive, but it doesn't matter. Wow, this is really rough.
Certainly. Care to play? Choose your path.
Good morning.
I am flame.
Yes, I suppose.
This is really dumb. A lot of these heroes are so good at covering ground.
I am going.
Yeah, that's really not good.
Now.
Maybe this way.
All will burn.
Yeah, Ashen Wolves are here. A lot of the Ashen Wolf heroes are really new gen in terms of damage output. Like just monstrous damage.
I see.
Usually this mode is nothing. But when you have this many
I will go.
of these tough heroes, it's really rough. Can I one-shot Yuri? Guess we're gonna find out.
I'm with you.
This way?
Alright, here we go. Yep.
What now?
I must be careful. I will go.
It's actually dangerous to push
This
up.
way?
I see.
I must be careful.
Good morning.
I am flame.
Yes, I suppose. Ready.
Alright, just don't get hit now.
Maybe this way.
I will go. This way?
This is wacky. Yeah, the problem is trying to get a good score.
I must be careful.
Choose your path.
47 res versus 66 attack. Effectively 50, 50, 69. I think we barely live.
This way?
No,
I
now
will
we're not barely living. We're gonna die.
I must be careful. This way?
Certainly.
I will go.
That's dumb. Yep. We could have barely lived that. Wow. It's rare for these to be hard. But this group of heroes makes it really rough.
Ready.
I must be careful.
Care to play? So big and strong.
Summon or die.
Yes. It's pain.
I'm with you. Certainly.
This way?
But he doesn't even get off a shot. Why does that count?
I will go.
Whatever, I have no choice. I have to hold ground.
All will burn.
There you go.
Fine.
Good morning.
This way?
I see.
I don't think we can kill Ingrid.
Maybe this way.
Oh, wait, we do have a shot. Yay, we're done. Oh, jeez, that sucks. It doesn't matter how we do here. This is impossible. Guys, does anyone know the score it takes right now to be in top 790? This is way too difficult to stay in. Top players can hit 880. All the mega whales. 858. I wonder what that is. $862. EB a whale. Oh, 2 stamina potions. Nowadays, though, I need more dueling crest and stamina potions. Five, 5, 3, 1. All right, guys. One last thing, because there's 58 minutes left, which is not a lot of time. In 3 days, we're summoning for a Legend Heroes banner. For those wondering, yeah, my new team. My new team is really performing, chat. I didn't even see this one yet. It just... Oh, yeah, because it just happened 30 minutes ago. Oh, we beat... We beat... Oh, boy. Oh, yeah! We beat a max duel and let's go! Wow. I actually really want to see the battle, but I don't know if we have time. That's really good. That's one of the heroes I've been trying really hard to like stomp out. I wonder if my Fjorm can actually just straight up take that shot, which would be really impressive. Yes, update's out. We got it a while ago. We know it's out. I have everything. It's just I need to finish the dailies first because we only have an hour left and the dailies will take more than not take more than an hour. I won't have time for the dailies. And as much as I know you guys would like me to like give up on ether raids and whatnot just to get this slightly quicker, yeah, not doing that. Though I could have done this another time. All right, anyways, let me do this. All right, who's this season's bonus hero? It is Ashera. All right, just gotta switch some positions then. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of things are at the same time, so I really can't do much about it. How'd you build Young Innis? A lot of you guys were telling me this is the wrong build, but I completely disagree. Flashing Blade 4 Nullfall Disengard. He has Disengard, and I use Disengard. You do not need to have, I have Sturdy Blow, but I don't think you should use Sturdy Blow. Or Sturdy Impact, my bad. I don't think you should use Sturdy Impact. Because I think Flashing Blade 4 is way better. Because if we quad, that's 20 true damage guaranteed. And if it's two shots of Moonbow, that's additional 14 extra true damage. So at minimum, he does 35 true damage. If he can get off his wave of shots. On top of Moonbow damage, on top of his naturally high attack. Yeah, he hits really, really, really hard. I think this is the build to go. If he dies in one shot, yeah, well, that's a different matter entirely. But if he does not die in one shot, this is much more offensive.
Take your time. The post that has the grab bag info is not out yet, although most of the info is already out in smaller posts.
Yeah. Alright, this is pretty simple for me. I just switched the position of one hero. I think historically I put bonus hero at 4. All right. You know, it's funny. We can continue to use... We can absolutely continue to use... Alright, I need to do these teams, redo these teams. I can continue to use Fjorm, but I don't want to. Ooh, gotta switch her blessing. Jonathan, how's it feel to be old? I'm sorry, older. The ER is too long for me to say, so it's just easier to say old. All right, one team fixed. It's a 194 teams. Second team. Looks right. Third team. Looks right. Fourth team. Looks right. Fifth team. Looks wrong. There you go. Now it looks right. Okay, teams have been set. Oh man, I really want to see this battle though. How do we beat a +10 Fjorm? Not +10. A +10 Lin. This doesn't happen. You usually lose to these. And this is a Floretic. This is a maxed dual Lin too. Alright, whatever. Sorry. I really do want to check it out, but alright, let me put the team in so I can do the run. Yep, tomorrow we do hero reviews, just checking out new heroes as well as story, so I'm looking forward to that. Oh man. Too many things to do. I believe this is 5. Okay. All right, one team screenshot it in. The song's really cheery. I like it. Huh? What the heck? Why is Saros there? What? Huh? Oh, what? Wait, sorry chat. That was an error. Heck? There you go. I was wondering, like, what happens to heroes? You're around getting Plumeria still? Yes. I love using her. If you care about Ether Raids, she's our only scoring refresher on Astra Seasons. So if you don't get her, you're going to have other issues, which I usually do not think is worthwhile. So I love using Plumeria. I use her every single Astra season. In fact, if I could get another Plumeria, I will. But I would just merge her though. I don't think I need double refreshers. Alright, last team to put in. Alright, well, let's do the battle. Oh crap, right shrine. Thank you for reminding me, game. Alright, let's do the battle so we can do the Datamine. What? Okay. I was on the wrong team. Whoopsies. This guy's name is just Phoenix. Far save Edelgard? No thanks. I do not recommend that. Or a Shell. Saros. Pretty simple team. I'm just gonna place myself right here and win. And that's it. Okay, well. And a very easily snipeable duel's hindrance as well. Is that Restore Plus? That's probably your best bet towards any kind of win here. Do I need Edelgard? Do I need close save? I don't think so. Well, it'll be safer. Let's do put in close save. Alright, well, let's do the battle.
It will be done.
I don't understand what he's doing. He's putting out a really open field to take this. So I'm gonna...
For you.
I am the answer.
Look,
The
snow.
choice is clear.
Yes.
Over here?
Whoops. I could have done this a bit cleanly.
Close your
Cleaner.
eyes.
Cleaner.
It will be done.
Why not? I won't lose.
That's too easy to snipe. Not worth it. Alright, the only way I'm in trouble is if I somehow fight Hilda. Which I don't think is going to happen. So, let's just go in already. I don't even know how he's gonna catch me. I wonder if there's a trap here. Because if I just go up,
Snow.
nothing happens. I win. I will fight Catria. Fine, I'll win that. I'll fight Edelgard. I expect to win that. There's no rallies. And I'll fight Rochelle. And I'll win that.
For you.
I don't get this team. I think we just win. Okay, well, let's just do the winning thing.
Look, snow. The two of us together.
Of course.
There is but one future.
Fight, fight, fight.
Yes.
Wait, I just realized I'm guarding myself. Wait a second, that doesn't even matter because you're gonna win anyways. All right, okay, let's just go. I keep forgetting I have close save. Well. That's like no damage. Well, that's annoying. I don't get an attack back. That's my fault. That's my fault. I didn't need to put Edelgard in range.
What is your desire?
Look! Snow!
The choice is clear. Forward.
Now it's a guessing game. That was my fault. I'm still not very used to using Edelgard in close save, but should be okay. Questions, do we guess?
For you.
Hilda's the guard.
Tread carefully.
Hilda's the guard.
The choice is clear.
I'm only playing around with these traps, which isn't bad.
Tread carefully.
Who shall I begin with? Yeah. I'll do it. Look! Snow!
I forgot that's not Wings of Mercy. There's a couple ways to do this. 50.
There is but one future.
Over here?
That's annoying. All right.
Who shall I begin with?
For you.
Yes.
I won't lose.
I don't know if I can save all this.
Who
Oh, we should
shall
try
I
though.
begin with?
I am the answer.
Oh, wait, that's the far save tank. I mixed it up. Okay.
Yeah. Over here?
It will be done.
I won't lose.
I mixed it up. That's the far save tank. I always think Edelgard should be close save. I'm still guarding, but the problem is I'm gonna be fighting Catria. Right now it's a bad fight. Well,
There
we
is
have to
but
bet now.
one future.
Yeah. Why not? Look, snow.
For you. Yes.
Oh, we won both bets. Made it unnecessarily difficult. Oh, what? Well, that was all my fault. I didn't need to put myself in range of close save. I keep forgetting this one's on close save. And then I forgot theirs is not on close save. That's disappointing. That was a free match. Can't save over lava. I purposely put myself there because of the attack defense form. That was a free match. All I had to do was just use the dual skill without... All I had to do was just use a dual skill, but I put myself in close save range. Oh god. Now this is even freer. Plus 1 speed. Wow. Unlucky? No, it's just too sleepy. I needed to use a Shara to break the tile instead of Edelgard, and I would have been fine afterwards. But yeah, that's just all on me. It's okay. We never use all our ladders anyways. It's just a waste of time. That's it. Well, we're not gonna mess it up this time, so.
My final judgment.
How many hours did you get for sleep? I got enough hours of sleep, I think, but I'm still just tired. This one we're gonna just push early. Alright. Well, that sucks. It's just the easier battle. The soft targets are all in the back. Question is, do I kill Marth? Yeah, I kill Marth.
Yes.
It will be done.
I won't lose. Look, snow.
For you.
Tread carefully.
I kind of wish I gave her a buff, but doesn't really matter.
Close your eyes.
I am the answer.
Why not? Look, snow.
You know what? Let's reorganize this turn and wait for our next one.
For you. What is your desire?
Look, snow.
The choice is clear.
Who shall I begin with?
Tread carefully.
Oh, I'll do it.
It will be done.
There is but one future.
Yes.
Over here? Why not?
I am the answer.
What is your desire?
Glory
mignon.
Well, that's rough. I wanted to time it for the Edelgard fight. To fight Edelgard. That's fine, though. Edelgard beats Edelgard, so it's not
For you.
a big issue. It's just moderately annoying.
Close your eyes.
Tread carefully.
I won't lose.
This guy's a new player, too.
It will be done.
I think a lot of new players still think, like, Edelgard's the best unit in the game. I can't really disagree, because I pretty much agree with that anyways.
Yes.
Why not?
What is your desire?
Oh, I'll do it. I won't lose.
But some teams are just way too dependent on her.
Look, snow.
I am the answer. The choice is clear.
Who shall I begin with? Why not?
Wait,
Over
let's see.
here?
Is it this trap or that trap? Why?
Close
why?
your eyes.
Yes.
Look, snow.
There is but one future.
For you.
Wait, we just straight up don't die? What is this using? It's
Who shall I
bonfire.
begin with?
What?
Look, snow. Let me see. Yeah.
I am absolute.
This guy, wait, does he have no building? Oh my god.
I am the answer.
That's why I was just like thinking to myself, well, how does that even happen? Doesn't have a building up.
Tread carefully. Yes. Fool!
That's such an unsatisfying battle. I should have just won the first one cleanly without using the save skills when we've been good. Whatever, it's fine.
Done.
Damn, potion day. Okay, let's go over the heroes.
We're all right.
Sorry for taking so long, guys. It's just, Let my guard down. I should have just doubled. Actually, I let my guard up. That's the better way of phrasing it. I accidentally put myself in close save range. But if I wasn't, I would have been good. I'm gonna do some bows in the background. Okay, well, that said... Oh, crap. One last thing before we start. I'm gonna double check with everyone. You too.
Yes, it is us two, indeed.
Indeed.
You know, with the daylight saving time,
Yeah.
I thought Datamines would be earlier, but still 11. It's still like 11:30. Why?
I don't know. Because technically it is closer to reset.
Yes, don't be careless.
Oh?
Yeah, that's the thing. It makes it even more pointless because it's so close to reset.
Death.
I mean, I guess we'll see what if it was just this one was
Sure,
particularly
let's
late
try it.
or what as we
Death.
go along. But I'm pretty sure last year, at least, it was earlier. I could be wrong.
Yes, it was definitely earlier last year.
Well.
Yeah, so this one might have been a fluke. say.
Or Intern Kun is officially fired, and now it's Intern Kun.
Intern.
Leave it to
It's
me.
just a long line of interns.
Yes.
Passing their
They're all
knowledge.
interns.
They're all interns. They're all in cahoots with each other, and they just pass their knowledge from one to the next. And that's
I
why
like to
it'll
think of.
drop.
I like to think there's an intern kun for all the screw ups and mistakes, and then there's an insider sama for all the leaks and stuff that's come out.
That's called fired Intern Kuns. They're a
Yeah.
brotherhood.
They become
Discard all hope.
insider samas. Yes.
Those are ascended interns.
Ascended
Death.
interns.
Agreed.
You can floret them for more leaks.
Don't be careless.
I can't believe I beat a +10 maxed out dual lid with my team.
I beat a +10 maxed out
Yes.
fallen Edelgard.
Let's head out.
Okay, that I've done before, but I didn't expect to beat dual
We will
lid.
not falter.
Like
Yeah,
the damage check.
Your achievement is more impressive.
Well.
I
Don't be careless.
genuinely did not
Agreed.
believe Fjorm had it in her, but apparently she
Discard
can
all
even
hope.
do that. I did not
Let's head
know.
out.
I mean, I don't know if
To me.
the replay was
Yes.
shown, but I don't know exactly if
This'll
he
be
did
nice.
that, or if they screwed up somewhere else.
I don't think you get a
We
+10
will
duel
not
in
falter.
after a year and screw it up.
Don't be
I've seen
That
careless.
that would be very
We will
depressing.
not
In
falter.
fact,
I've seen some really
Wow,
stupid
wow.
people that Fallen Adel I killed
Leave it to
was
me.
because they put her right into Legendary Violence
Death.
range
An ending.
for reasons. So
Okay.
some people just
Yes.
have negative brain cells, but a lot of merges.
okay, Fallen Eogard's different though. Dual Lin, you have to be thinking.
Right.
You have to be used to this already, like maneuvering. It's not, guys. Just to be clear, Dual Lin isn't free. She's really, really good, but there are a lot of things that shut her down, and you have to be, like, it's like a Gale Force team, but a bit easier, quite a bit easier.
Discard all hope.
This is essentially how she works.
Agreed.
It's slightly less brain dead than certain savior comps. That's about it, though.
We will
Wow,
not
you're
falter.
you're not really a
This'll be
believer.
nice.
Then.
Let's head out.
I use Lin. That's all that needs to be said.
Careless. Yes.
I use Lin as well, but
Sure, let's
I know
try
very
it.
well, like, some battles, it's just not meant for her. She's gonna struggle.
Oh, easily. But in many
Discard
others,
all
not the case, unfortunately.
Well.
Leave
For
it
that
to
at
me.
large.
I only use her,
I use her exclusively for disarming traps.
Oh?
yeah, I have her with the Storm Trap as well.
Yeah, I used to use Lin in both teams, but both seasons consistently, but there's no reason to do it.
Too many counters up top, so you stop using her. I use dual Lins.
I
So,
don't like to put my stocks on that kind of comp anymore. But
if she's gonna win, she's gonna win. That's basically what it comes down to.
pretty much. I just have too many comps with slight variations for tanking. I don't want to have one that, you know, reliant on not having counters.
You're basically saying you use your Vector in most of your battles.
Yes.
Exactly.
Actually, I
That's
use it in every
true.
battle. I have no teams without Vector, even when it's offense.
See, this is what I mean. You're on another level of glue eating at this point. This is why when you say your dual Lin team, I'm just skeptical.
I say I used her. I didn't say I had a brain when it came to it, because I don't.
Uh-huh. Alright, guys. It is time. Whoa, we only have 10 likes on YouTube. Guys, really, when you leave a like on YouTube, it helps so much. This is, like... I get we moved to a smaller channel and everything, but man, there's like 50 of you guys.
Feels bad. There was one time where
Come
we had like
on.
100 likes on the small channel, right?
No, I don't think that's ever happened. The small channel's just... I don't know. But yeah, I mean, obviously, don't leave a like if you don't like the stream. That's fine. But like, if you do like the stream, please leave a like. It's like so hard. Well, I already knew this was gonna happen once we make a new YouTube channel just for streaming. It's gonna be very hard to like keep up, but it is like important to segregate two channels. But still, like, yeah, I would hope Because on the old channel, hitting 100 likes wasn't that hard. All right, anyways, let's start because we're good to go.
Yep. And 23 minutes to reset. We are ready.
Yeah, it came out very late, and I didn't even know if I wanted to really stream today.
There you go.
Give me one sec. You know what? I'll remove the bar down there. This makes it look a bit less clean.
Yeah.
Oh, now the right side looks. All right, I think that's good. Let me double check. Maybe a bit more. There you go. There you go. I think that's good. All right, cool.
Excellent.
Okay, guys.
All right.
The main event. What everyone's been waiting for. We finally get the stats of the new heroes, which we start off the hero we already all saw. Laegjarn, Volk, Marcia, Astrid, Tanith, and no one was kidding when they said this. Bertram looks amazing.
His art is awesome.
Holy crud. Why could they not give him a perf, though?
I'm getting flashbacks.
But
Lord.
quick look on everyone's stats chat. I am very disappointed that Bertram's not getting a perf. My goodness, if you look this good, how do I not build you? But if you don't have a perf, it's hard.
I'm gonna force him.
I'm gonna at least get him to 5 stars. And he's drawn by the same artist who did Ingrid, Dusel, and Resplendent Alm.
Oh, that artist has a good.
Alm.
That artist has a good record going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will.
Oh wait,
force-
Resplendent Alm's pretty. Okay, yeah.
Well, the
he
style is
actually,
a little odd.
he looks really
Alm,
young, but the drawing's actually really
the art
good.
itself is really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, Alm himself.
Yeah.
Isn't that old.
All right, the other thing, guys, is this not a quick banner? 41, 43, 41, 41, 40. Wow, the average speeds are so high. Let's just ignore Bertram, though. The average speeds are really high. It's another fast banner. Well, but once again, some old guy comes in and slows everything down.
He's not that old. He's maybe in his 40s or something. But
Really? Don't people retire from professional sports at like mid-30s nowadays?
usually, but he's not a sportsman.
Okay. Anyways, with that said, let's start going through the heroes. Is there anything that I need to know, like important though, just before we start?
So to initiate things, lethality is available to every dagger, regardless of movement.
Yep, figured. A nice confirmation.
Yep. We won't get to those yet. Rouse 4 promotes out of Rouse 3. Nothing interesting. It's the same movement restrictions.
Okay, fair.
Um,
Wait, doesn't that mean like everyone can use route? Wait, actually,
Not everyone can
it's
use rouse.
only
Calves
infantry and
and
cav.
infantry. Yeah.
right.
Yeah, because why? I think that's about it though, without getting into unit specifics. Like those are the only general things to note for fodder.
Hmm. Okay, the most important thing, however,
Yes.
confirmed Laegjarn boobs bigger than old Laegjarn boobs.
Well, summer. I
They're
don't know.
more-
Summer feels kind of similar, but
Summer Laegjarn I think is pretty close. That said, it helps to not have full armor because
Yeah,
yeah,
I do agree with that. I think she was a bit restricted in her old armor.
Sort of heart-shaped boob window there helps, yeah.
Hey, that's not a heart.
Well, it's not quite a heart, but it's like a. Actually, it looks like a pair of breasts and then a stomach or something.
What the hell? What
I,
are you
not
seeing?
gonna
Can't-
listen to that.
Okay, cool. That sounds possibly insane. But moving on from that, let's start with our first hero.
All right.
Flame Ascendant Laegjarn. With 40 HP, 39 attack, 41 speed, 30 defense, and 18 res. How's she?
So, Flame Ascendant Laegjarn, not Sans, is 168 BST with HP Super Bane and, you guessed it, attack speed Super Boons.
My goodness. Isn't it always like this?
Yes.
Everybody's attack speed super boon nowadays.
And
Just
HP
like
Super
Fjord.
Bane.
Oh,
And-
wait, is
yeah.
it?
Hmm?
That's actually a pattern now? HP Super Bane?
If you have 40 HP, you're most likely gonna have it Super Baned.
Alright, fair enough. Okay, the other thing, guys, she has Flame of Muspel, Moonbow, Swiss Sparrow 3, AD Far Trace 3, Rouse Attack Speed 4. I am not gonna go read over this all again, but essentially, her kit is really, really clean.
Yep. Very, very tight kit. Very powerful kit at that.
Yep. So basically, all you want to do is buff her up, which is a good idea because she comes with Rouse Attack Speed 4. So just buff her up if you want to make her. Wait a second. Does she even need other buffs outside of Rouse Attack Speed 4?
I mean, if you get Def Res buffs, then the scales her into a weapon.
If you give
Yeah,
her like
so
a link, you smite her with a Def Res link or something.
Yeah.
Right. So if you get 24 extra stats, it turns into plus 12 for everything in combat, right?
Yep.
Yes.
It's
Yep, okay.
much cleaner than base Laegjarn because base Laegjarn you need to have some buffs on your foe. This
Mhm.
one gets everything on her own. So yeah, if you like, for example, Milla comes with Rally Def Res Plus, you just throw that onto his Laegjarn, you already have Spectrum plus 12 all on top of a Spectrum plus 6.
Right. Fair enough. Yeah, that's really, really strong. But we kind of did expect Laegjarn to be this good.
Yep.
So the reason why I wanted to bring that up real quick, guys, her 30 defense is actually pretty impressive because
Yeah.
all of a sudden you can scale it into your 40s, and with the right buffs, since it's plus 12, and then you can add another plus 6 or even 7 onto it, you could possibly reach 50, especially with merges and flowers. So that's really crazy.
Yeah. Put it this way, expect this to essentially be like Dual Leaf in a lot of ways. Like, minus the fact that Dual Leaf isn't exactly as fast by default. Expect much the same. You actually are going to be much more hard-pressed to kill this than you think.
The defense
Mhm.
stacking is going to actually get up to similar levels. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
And it's going to be a
because
real pain.
looking here, Dual Leaf has 30 base defense as well. Both can get reliably plus 6 defense on their weapons, but because Laegjarn can get another 6 on top of that if you have enough buffs, you can basically compensate for not running attack death push, and at that point, they're basically as physically tanky as each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary.
Yep. Okay. What was else? And of course, her attack and speed are very deceptive. Anytime you get buffs, 41 speed is actually not that slow, but considering we're hitting like 44 nowadays, 44 nowadays at base, it feels a bit like underwhelming. But once you factor in everything, it really catches up. Flame of Muspel by itself already adds attack speed plus 6. And if you give her any buffs, it's even better. So this hero is very deceptive. These stats already look good, but they're actually even better than that.
I mean, put it this way, with the Rouse buff in mind, if Laegjarn is initiating, she is hitting 47, 54, 60, 66 speed. Just off of her Rouse buff initiating. And then if you run Blade Session, that's up to 75. By default. To say nothing
Yeah.
of her attack, which I think is the much scarier note, because that goes up to 53, 59, 65, 71, 77, 80 with Trace, and then up to 89 with Blade Session.
Okay.
Basic Laegjarn. And keep in mind, you'll have the option to send one of these for free, so you can get an attack or speed super boon for nothing.
Yeah, this character, I feel like people are gonna forget how good, underplay how good she is, because we've been getting a lot of impressive archers, but no, she's in a class of her own.
Yeah, like she does not have Miracle like Leaf. She doesn't have a duo status, which is probably the one thing that's kind of painful. And doesn't have like Neorans or Kanto. But first of all, I would argue Neorans is actually not that great in defense, where Laegjarn's going to shine because her special's not going to be as important. But on top of that, Laegjarn hits much harder per hit and has way better natural bulk. So even though you don't Miracle, you also probably aren't going to die anyways. And considering Leaf can literally just get one rounded if he gets reduced to 1 HP and then doubled, not great.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the best part is the partial no follow-up lets her run wind sweep, so you don't even have to get hit in the first place.
Alright. Let's do some comparisons, though, because I do think her kit is pretty self-explanatory. Which, by the way, I don't really think you change much. You might change her A slot, but Trace, Rouse Attack, Speed 4 is a really good combination.
B slot, if you're using her in defense, my personal opinion would be to consider, because Kanto isn't exactly great in defense, either Wind Sweep for safety, or, and this may be a little bit weird, but Water Sweep, because Laegjarn already has good defense. Being able to tech against Henriette and dragons, and potential other mage armors, is actually pretty interesting for a niche. So, that's worth considering as well.
Yeah, I mean, technically you're right, because she does have Nullfall pretty easily.
Yeah, as long as she has 10 buffs, she has guaranteed no follow-up. So,
My only concern is how do we... the buffs...
Well, for one
because
thing...
the deployment is what I'm trying to think about.
Yeah, that's going to be the tough part. I mean, if you just run a comp that spreads buffs anyways, I guess it's not a huge deal, and Panic on offense isn't very common, so you don't need Rouse for. But, yeah, you do need some form of a buff, even if it's just like Orders buff from Katria to even start the weapon. So
Right.
that might be a little tough. But getting the actual, like, 10 condition for no follow-up, considering that Peony grants 12 buffs, as does Plumeria, that should probably be pretty easy, at the very least.
Okay. Well, let's do some comparisons.
Yep.
I guess we could start out. Were you gonna do Scion Leaf? Or?
Yeah. Are we doing it the browser way?
Yep. I am... Changed. Oh, wait, I think it... Okay, there it is.
Oh yeah. Because Reagan does have Panic Smoke, I would say it's easier to run Laegjarn in Light and Dark Season because you won't have to deal with Panic as much. But if you do run like Restores or whatnot, or if Laegjarn is like the 7th slot unit, it's not as bad.
And she
So we're
has more
starting Leaf?
mobility.
Yeah, Scion
She's-
Leaf.
Oh yeah.
1 sec.
Alrighty. Yeah, there aren't many Archer Cavs that are gonna be quite as meta as Laegjarn. And where she's sparkable, that is a huge boon regardless. So keep that in mind going into this.
Alright, we'll start with Leaf with matching HP of 40 and 40, 40 to 39, so 1 point advantage to Leaf, 41 to 41. Wow, they're really identical in terms of offense stats.
Yeah.
And 27 defense versus 30, 20 res versus 18. They are virtually identical. You're not going to really have a difference in stats when it comes to usage anyways.
Base stats, at least.
Yeah.
Like they get a lot more stats from their weapon.
Yeah, and keep in mind, Leaf does also get a flat +5 to all stats from his bow, but Laegjarn can get up to +12. That's the big note. Not to mention that she has 3 more base defense to boot. But yeah, if we're looking at from a basic perspective of just ignoring Laegjarn's extra effect on Refine, they're functionally almost identical, at least for the most part.
Yep.
Besides Kanto.
Yeah, the big thing is how you play. I do think if you have no buffs, Leaf's going to be better because of the miracle effect.
Yep.
But of course, Laegjarn with the null follow-up, partial null follow-up. If you can get her buffs, she's going to be a much better unit.
If you don't have buffs, Laegjarn doesn't do anything. Her weapon is 100% reliant on buffs.
Wait, I thought it'd still get the attack speed plus 6.
You only get stuff when you have a buff. It doesn't have to be a stat buff. No, you have to have a buff status.
Oh, that's right, for the...
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that just for the 10?
No,
yeah, I
it's
thought it
every-
was...
If bonus is active on unit, grants attack speed plus 6 to unit during combat, and also grants bonuses to units attack speed diff res.
I see.
Yeah.
So you have to have some sort of bonus, any kind of
Yeah.
bonus. Okay.
It's not an HP threshold or anything. You need to have a bonus. Or... Yeah. So that... Even if it's just like an orders buff, which is not technically a stat buff, anything needs something to get...
It's just the bonus condition, which is
Yeah.
anything.
So that's the one thing to note. But after that, the condition is guaranteed. Whereas at least in Leaf's case, you have to either be initiating or against a mage to do anything, realistically. So there's that.
Okay. Alright, fair enough. But are there other archers? Which, by the way, Leaf is, I think, the top tier archer right now.
Yeah,
Thinking
I think it's... Yeah, Wolf, absolutely. Since they're both sparkable.
Okay, Wolf it is.
I think it's honestly a genuine contest between Leaf and Laegjarn in defense. Offensively, Leaf is just better because, God, Neo-Runzeal is good in offense. But defensively, I think you can argue which is better.
Alright. Wolf, who also just came out, has 40 HP versus her 40, 39 attack versus 39, 42 speed versus 41. Wow. 28 defense versus 30, and 20 res versus 18.
Yeah.
Feeling awfully familiar here.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I think there's a certain stat archetype we look for nowadays, don't we?
So this one's a bit interesting because it's the idea is he gets to kill something before they can even counterattack, is the entire idea of how to play him.
But at first, he has to kill, or else he's in trouble because he doesn't do anything else. Second, he doesn't have no follow-up, so the second a wary unit comes in, he gets one shot and that's it.
That's the problem with Wolf, unfortunately. He performs really well against like other units, but when he runs into any follow-up shenanigans, he's
Yeah,
kinda
preventing
toast.
them.
Yeah.
Now, the potential is scary, because, like, for example, if you run triangle attack and you can get Wolf into that, then that's a quad that all 4 hits hit on. But where Wolf has a really high ceiling, his potential lows are dangerous. Like, very cool unit that just has a lot of flaws.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a little too harsh on Wolf, but I genuinely think he's, at least for the meta at large, in a tough place to sell.
I agree.
At least a much tougher spot than someone like Laegjarn or Scion Leaf.
Yeah. But still one of the best archer caps, at least, for what that's
Yes.
worth. Not that there's many others.
Yeah, I really can't think of another one to begin with.
Not really any other
Right.
premium ones. That are...
Stat-wise, they're literally... I mean, just to give an idea... Summer Leone, if you feel like it, that's the only other archer that comes close.
Fair enough. That's the
That's-
free-to-play option anyways, and there's
Sedgar
really...
too, but Sedgar's the same, except has 5 more res than the
Green.
others. So.
Do you guys realize how sad this is? We've gotten to the point where a lot of this stuff is there's like, it's not... How many archers are they even releasing nowadays? Like, it's a small bunch.
Archer caps were very desaturated until these past couple months. For some reason, the past couple months have introduced us now 5 Archer Cavaliers, 6. So that's kind of weird. But yeah, prior to that, it was very, very dry. There are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Archer Cavaliers prior to this year. So that says enough.
Okay. Can you guys handle this one? I need to finish up the last battle. It's almost time.
Yep. Oh yeah, 30 minutes. So yeah, Leonie has 1 more HP. Wow, imagine that. 3 less attack and 2 less speed. Remarkably competitive. 3 less defense and 1 more res. Leonie is basically just, you know, BST aside, a demotion-ready version of Laegjarn.
Basically. And
More dropped res, better defense, more speed and attack.
And if anyone is curious about Sedgar, it's the same comparison as Leonie, except instead of having 1 more res, he has 6 more res. So
Yep. Yeah, so Leonie definitely still holds up stat-wise, but obviously there is no competing with Perf. I will say right now, even though Leonie's a great project, but if you have any intentions to stack stats and use the Archer as a carry, use Laegjarn. A +1,
Yeah.
a +0 Laegjarn is better than Leonie at any merge. So there's that.
You know, that's made me realize just how few Cav Archers have been a thing recently.
Yeah. Keep in mind that prior to Leonie, the last colorless archer to demote was Rolf. And the last colorless archer in general before Leonie was Bernie. So, yeah. Competition
Yep.
is not steep at all. I mean, sheesh, Legendary Leaf is still one of the best archer cabs this many years in. Not that that's likely to change, but there also hasn't been much to compete with him. So, yeah, these banners are definitely trying to catch up unit archetypes that have not been touched much. At last.
Alright, is there anyone else?
Not really.
Her stats
Unless we
remind
want-
me of Uller, even though she's a legendary.
Unless we want to
like
keep
John
slaughtering
isn't.
old units. Actually, yeah. I guess we could... No, actually. Let's do Laegjarn. Just to see how far she's grown. Yeah. Why not? Figuring Laegjarn has been in the game for 3 years now.
Oh crap, I forgot. You can't just forfeit a match. You actually have to see it through. Ah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. Reset.
Oh, okay. Oh no, body sweeper.
It's reset. Pray for me, Hell.
Well, yeah, it's time. Alright, okay guys, I finished up. I just missed out though. Because I forfeited the match because I was like, okay, I have no points. But I forgot about that. Alright. Anyways, the heroes are out. Good luck on the polls. Yes, Datamine's late. But let's continue on into
Alright.
Volk then.
Well,
I
that
don't
was
think there's much more. Yeah?
Laegjarn, regular Laegjarn.
Oh, shh. Does this even make sense?
I mean, their distributions are basically the same. And because of the...
Wrong
Regular
Laegyard.
Laegjarn had kind of poor attack, but yeah.
Yeah.
There she is.
Nice.
Okay. Regular Laegjarn has 41 HP versus 40, 32 attack versus 39, 36 speed versus 41, 36 defense versus 30, 17 res versus 18 res. If nothing else, she's not improved on res. Just 1 point.
I mean, she's just much more offensive and substantially less tanky.
Mhm.
But man, think about it. A ranged Cavalier now has more BST than their melee flyer counterpart, because base Laegjarn is 166, 162 to 168 on this Laegjarn. Yikes.
The magic of time.
Yep.
Got to need 5 pulls in well.
Okay.
Well, shoot. Tanith is not free,
Damn.
by the way. There are no free copies of her.
Oh, okay. That's
The description for Laegjarn states that she gets effectively plus 31 attack and 33 speed. The little like mini description they give with all the heroes now.
Sounds about right.
wow. Okay, so that's pretty indisputable then. This is the hardest hitting archer in the game.
Yep,
Yes.
pretty much. Yeah, just in general, I believe it's not that much competition.
I still don't like her being an archer because the sensibility of it all just does not make sense. This it feels like the people who write the story and the people who design the heroes do not work together at this point, which is just disappointing if that's the case. But aside from that,
Are we
yeah?
talking from like the respect of her versus Fjorm?
Yeah, it really feels like there's just nothing here.
Think about it this way.
You're
First
gonna
of all,
justify
they're-
this? Okay, I'm listening.
They're fighting. First of all, they're directly in contest with each other because Laegjarn is fighting a far save unit by force, so they're generally going to be fighting each other a lot in ether raids. Second,
Yes.
because Laegjarn's a better defense unit as well.
I don't think they're fighting each other in ether raids, by the way. I think Laegjarn is an ether raids defense unit. I don't think she's gonna be used in offense.
Well, Fjorm is also used in offense. Is the thing. Savior offense is pretty common.
Oh, okay. In that respect, yeah, I guess.
That said, Fjorm is going from lance to axe, and Fjorm goes from lance to axe, and Laegjarn goes from sword to bow. So we're covering the 4 colors of physical weapons. Granted, it's not dagger, but
I don't understand. I don't understand why people keep mentioning that. That's not. I don't think that's a decision. Like the design decision is like, oh, we put Fjorm in. Therefore, the last thing we can do is she must be archer.
I mean,
Like,
she would have to be
no,
colorless.
I don't think that happened.
If we're covering the colors, then it would be colorless regardless.
I know, but I'm saying this. This is more likely that it just happened to be this way rather than a design thing.
And I mean, and
I
from
highly
the-
doubt they were like, we have to cover the weapon triangle with
yeah,
these 2
but
heroes.
still, they should realistically be fighting more often than not. So having a far save unit, you would have to have a ranged unit go against that one way or another. So, I mean, unless Laegjarn were to be a mage or a dagger unit, archer would be the next logical step.
Okay, but
Hmm?
But the entire thing I've been saying was, it feels like the story team and the heroes building team never work together here. I don't know how that justifies or backs any of that.
Well, we may never know how much they work
Well, if
together.
she was a near save unit, they'd be on the same team, which makes less sense. They should never be doing that.
The rationale behind being a near save unit is just like far save. These are unit classes that are really rare right now.
I mean, archer.
There are not even 5 heroes released on either side. It's more like 3 and 2, right? Something like that.
Yeah. Though, I guess the argument can be made that any armor.
And then
can
the
be far
argument
save.
could be made that one's supposed to, like, they are opposites in terms of how they function, but they work together, which was what the story's been like hinting towards, because they're supposed to be quote unquote friends, but in actuality, you probably would never deploy Laegjarn with Fjorm.
I mean,
and
you could, in a defense team, have Fjorm and Laegjarn, because far save, near save, covering glass.
you
cannons
technically
is
could,
like-
but you, well, by that respect, then you could technically put any 2 heroes together with a savior unit and it'd just be a team.
Well, yeah, though it's usually offensive carry savior at this point, technically. But yeah, you're
Okay.
right.
Well, the point was, if you do all of that, sure. If that's the idea, sure. But again, going back to what I was saying, the story doesn't match up because this doesn't go on forever. Your point is valid for like another month or so, but once the Tempest Trials is over, these units remain. So what's the point of like forcing them to have that eternal clash when it's not eternal clash? This is definitely getting resolved.
One of them is gonna probably end up dying, is the way it's probably gonna end up being.
Right. But if that doesn't happen and they cop out, what I'm trying to say is, like, from a story perspective, doubling down on this for like a moment, for just a moment in time, is not really smart. And then of course we get to the actual story where we're getting Laegjarn being asked to like literally rip out the jugulars of Fjorm as an archer. That's what I said. The story team and the hero building team definitely didn't work together.
Well,
I can
regardless.
definitely see your argument there. I think they do draw some very solid parallels and are very much at odds with each other as far as combat role, but I absolutely see your point.
The other thing about the combat role thing, chat, is that they don't necessarily have to fight each other.
I mean, they don't have to.
Because the fight is story-based. You know what I mean? And from a story perspective, it's making less sense by the moment. it made sense up until the reveal, and then it made no sense. All right, whatever. It's not a big deal. It's just kind of disappointing to see like that it wasn't like as well thought out as it could be.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I'm not disagreeing she's a good unit. It's just I don't know where this came from.
I mean, I actually was expecting this, so I'll just put it that way.
You were expecting her to be an archer?
At least a ranged cavalier. Wasn't really sure what, but especially from the respect that she would still maintain a mount status. I expected that going into this. More so than a savior unit.
I didn't know what to expect, really, although I thought armor was somewhat likely.
I thought it was armor because Muspel keeps wanting her to go into direct combat. Vicious, violent, brutal combat. And then he makes her into an archer. That's why I'm like really disappointed here, because the story has this build up here, and it now just doesn't. It builds up to an archer, which just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Whatever. They don't care about story anyways. Muspel's dumb, right? Like you realize Laegjarn. By the way, Laegjarn's bow has massive tonnage. What that means is like there's a ton of power behind it. She's probably like 60 miles away. Well, it's not literally 60 miles away, but you know what I mean. She's so far away from the battle with a bow like this. And then she's supposed to run up to, if what he's saying is actually real, she's like miles away, like a mile away. And then she's asked to literally run all the way to Fjorm, or in this case, ride all the way to Fjorm and then get on top of her and then maul her to death.
That's
based on Muspel's story. Like, that's a warbow, guys. This thing goes really, really far. So yeah, I don't know. This is dumb. That's all I can really say about it. Ugh.
What aggressive?
Yeah, if anyone was like, huh?
That's what an aggressive canto is for. You attack and then you move towards your opponent.
Yeah, man, whatever. It's just, if anyone like paid attention to the story, this is just the letdown in that respect. Because it was like, again, he was hinting towards something Bruto, and it becomes an archer. But yeah, the story team that clearly don't work together, so. Archers aren't only back units. If we're talking historically, you're right about that. They aren't. They actually use short swords, and when they run out of ammunition, most archers carry anywhere from 20 to 40 arrows. They usually carry short swords, small bucklers, and whatnot, and they join the battle. But we're playing a fantasy game, and I don't think that's the intention here. If you put your archer into the fight, it's because you have your opponent routing, or you have a flank, or they are literally doing nothing. It's one of those three scenarios at all times. They're never used intentionally up close, unless, you know, they have to. All right, whatever. It's dumb. I'm just disappointed with like the build up. That's all.
Fair.
It's not worth getting disappointed in. I don't think it's disappointment. It's just this entire execution of Laegjarn, I've talked about this, has not made sense. They throw Thor into all this and then throw Laegjarn back out. So I don't understand. Like, I don't know how they're charting this is the thing. And generally speaking, like through the years, they've been getting better with like execution, but this is one of the odd times where it just does like very little made sense. The bows come apart like pit dual blade. Alright.
I can see it.
To be fair about the story, Laegjarn has not transformed into Ascended form yet from what they showed. No, they are Ascended in the story.
I mean, technically they're not Ascended yet for some reason. They showed their normal art. I don't know.
No,
why.
they show the normal art because they couldn't spoil the heroes at that point.
Well, yeah, but
they are Ascended
they
because they've both
supposed
been
to be Ascended.
they are imbued with the powers already, yeah.
Yeah.
But this is what I mean, like, why pay attention to the story at this point? Yeah.
Base story.
Ah.
Not worth it.
All right, we have the Man of Mysteries Volk.
Giving yourself a lot of editing work, huh?
No, not really. I'll just cut it out. I know. The annoying edits is when you have like a lot of like good information followed by bad information, good information followed by bad information. Dex. And then yeah, that's really annoying. But if it's just one chunk, it's easy. Well, I've told you about the Saros video. That's why it never got released.
Yeah, you've told me about that how many times now? You're starting to get into double digits.
Yeah, but that's a perfect example of like a hard to edit video. But then why wouldn't they be showing Fjorm in her Ascended art? I have a feeling this entire thing was written. Well, yeah. I have the feeling this entire thing was written before Fjorm's release. So they didn't. Again, as I've been trying to say, I don't think the two teams work together. Story team and the team that like handles building the heroes. I don't think they work together. In other words, so during the Tempest Trials when they were running the story, when Fjorm was revived and everything, they didn't have like the new art. They didn't have that information, so they didn't put that in. They just defaulted to using base Fjorm. But she's absolutely ascended per the story. Okay, but yeah, aside from all that madness, we move on to the Man of Mysteries Volk with 40 HP, 41 attack, 43 speed, 28 defense, and 25 res. Easily the best red, well, especially the offensive dagger. Actually, I'm not even sure if there's offensive red dagger.
Well, Flora is the only other infantry red dagger, so...
Yeah. It's
red
very few.
Also
it's
have a notoriety for being slow for some reason.
Right. It's like... Well, yeah. But yeah, that's what I mean. There's like really nothing. Picnic Flora and that's it. That's what I was thinking about, just Picnic Flora.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like, I guess Spring Pala, but not much of anything.
It's the closest to a fast red dagger, yeah.
Yeah. It's not meta relevant.
Alright.
But, alright. As far as Volk is concerned, he is a 177 BST Red Dagger Infantry. Our second ever, because the other one is just Flora, there's no others. With HP, defense, and res super banes. And the obligatory attack and speed super boons.
That kind of figures. They're never gonna stop doing this at this point.
Nope. They'll never stop. But that does mean that plus speed Volk does hit 47, which is insane.
And plus attack, it's 45. For a dagger unit, that's absurd.
Yep.
He is then still, like, his entire idea is the perfect use of lethality. If he gets that off, he'll basically kill anything.
Basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
He is the, like, where, I guess Shinon was not... I guess where Uller, more so than Shinon, at least in my opinion, was designed with Deadeye in mind, Volk is designed purely for the spam of lethality. And it shows.
Yes. Which, by the way, we had a quick talk about this yesterday, but thinking more about it, I can only, like, recommend lethality on 5 heroes. Can you put it on more than 5 heroes? Absolutely. But should you? I would immensely disagree.
It's purely passion or score at that point for most of them.
Right. So, of course, Volk number 1. In tier 2, I have Kaze and Yuri. And in tier 3, I have Dual Lin. And I think there was one more hero, but I'm not coming to my head right now. Huh?
Soth.
Oh, Soth. Technically as well. I would have Soth as well on tier 3 of Dual Lin. Because again, slaying X times Pulse I think is just too hard to beat.
Yeah, realistically. I mean, at least with Soth he can triple spiral down to having 1 cooldown lethalities. So there's that.
Right, if you build him hard enough, you can get to a pretty good point with it.
Yeah. But he does love his AoE build, so it's not as perfect.
Yeah.
It's trade-off.
But yeah. Pretty rough. Merlinus, which would be depressing. Do not do that.
You won't even
imagine reducing by 75% and then hitting like 10.
Yeah, he wouldn't even.
Come on.
It's good for an arena, Merlinus.
Oh man, that's depressing. But yeah, guys, really cool special. But the best user right now by far is Volk. We'll get more really good dagger heroes. I think that's like one of the underdeveloped areas in Fire Emblem Heroes.
Yeah.
Great daggers. So.
Yeah, daggers. Much like bow calves, I think daggers are finally starting to get their comeuppance between Yuri and Soth. Volk now. They've definitely gotten some really shiny stuff recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. I don't even need to check his stuff because I still remember his kit.
Yep.
He has Fireman's. What is it called again?
Hook.
Hook. Why is it a hook?
I don't know.
Beats me.
Fireman's hook, and then he has the obligatory S tier build for like virtually every archer and dagger hero, I guess, which is sturdy impact, all follow up, and time spells. It's very simple.
Amazing fodder.
Literally,
I would
like you could not ask
argue-
for better.
I would argue just straight up better than Shinon's fodder.
Yep,
like,
absolutely.
It's so good.
Yeah, there's not much more to talk about when it comes to his kit. Do you change it? No, I think it'd be foolish. But yes, you can change his A slot at least. I agree with that. But and in this current meta, not follow up times pulse, especially because lethality, it's unchangeable. This is another hero which you do not build.
Yeah.
You can just slap Blade Session on his seal, and you're all good.
Literally, you're already set.
Yeah.
And for those who, by the way, forget what Fireman's hook does, it's attack speed 6. No, all +5 rather. If unit initiates combaters within 2 spaces.
No, not within 2 spaces.
Oh,
It initiates
if
combat
unit-
with solo.
Right. Thank you. And then all +5, and then also neutralizes guard effects while also granting accelerated cooldown per unit's attack during
A la
combat,
Blade effects, yeah.
while also having slaying. Very synergetic. Basically guarantees that you'll get 2 cooldown on your special per unit's hit at all times.
Mhm.
Meaning that in tandem between slaying and times pulse, 1 hit and he already has lethality charged.
Yeah, he doesn't need a counterattack to charge it.
Yep, it's that good. So
Mhm.
yeah, I would not. I wouldn't even really change his A slot because with that +5 defense on his dagger, he hits a staggering 43, which is actually pretty sturdy. Haha.
Haha. I would
Okay.
argue, aside from Ninja Lin, he is the best, basically the best offensive presence of any dagger unit in the game.
I would argue even better than Lin in some cases.
In some
Particularly
cases,
defense.
yeah. Right,
I think in
It's-
defense
it depends on the
particular-
situation.
Yeah. I think in defense in particular, Volk is a scarier unit than Lin. Because
Bride Catria quadding Volk.
yeah,
Oh,
if
God.
you can put Volk into a Catria ball in particular, you're dead. I mean, your foe is basically just dead. Because he will attack and then immediately throw out lethality before you even get the chance to counter. And you are not going to live that, and if you do and don't kill him, you're not living too.
Yeah, that's right. He can proc it a second time if he quads.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about like other scenarios because yes, like for example, Protocatria and even Legendary Byleth, all these heroes can make a lot of heroes really busted, but
Oh yeah, well,
it's moot because they could do that for a lot of
Well, yeah,
heroes.
but on his
Well,
own,
yeah.
he still has just the incredible offensive potential, and it just becomes exponentially better when you pair him with certain units like that.
Right, but those units unlock everybody.
wow.
Well, yeah, but they turn monsters into like Omega monsters. Like it's just
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
putting it out there. Volk is one of the more powerful abusers of it,
Yeah,
and I would
exactly.
not be surprised to see Volk show up in Ether Raid's offense defenses going forward with Catria. That would be scary.
very.
Right now, my Catra pairing is with Young Innis with Flashing Blade 4. So this, I see the idea. It's the same idea,
Yeah, it's basically
but
the
it's
same
even
idea as
stronger
Ernest.
because it's a better special.
Yeah, much better than Moonbow. Yeah.
But okay, but the Times Pulse things does kind of mess it up a bit, but I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, it does a little bit, but it's whatever.
All right. Anyways, who are good comparisons? I
Well,
can't
First
really
thing-
think of any.
First one I think of is Yuri. I'm sure
Yeah.
Legion, you were thinking
Are-
that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing is,
So-
Yuri's combat is a lot worse technically than Volk's. It's just his mobility and utility are so much better.
Unprecedented.
Yeah.
So in terms of direct comparison, there aren't a lot of red daggers.
Nope. If you're gonna
Yeah,
do
I
one,
can't
it's
think
gonna
of
be
any.
Pala. You do Spring Pala.
Spring Pala.
Actually,
All right,
the
I-
closest one.
You know what? Let's start with Spring Pala because I want to start with the closest comparable,
Yeah.
but it's not a real good comparable but this is the closest thing.
Yeah, it's rough.
All right. Okay, well, when it comes to the closest thing, it is Eldest Bun Bun Pala with 38 HP versus 40, 37 attack versus 41, 34 speed versus 43, 17 defense versus 28, 29 res versus 25. That is atrocious. And I don't even think a lot of people use Pala. Did she just die?
She was
disarm
designed.
trap.
She was,
Yeah.
yeah, she has disarm trap, but she was designed specifically with the intention of killing corner sorters. Like that was actually her entire point when she came out. Still has good attack speed considering, but yeesh.
Yeah, still has kind of a yandere face. But yeah, there's not much to talk about, guys. This is the closest thing when it comes to a red dagger hero with speed. There's not much. So.
Yeah, it gets really, really sad. I mean, I guess you can compare the only red dagger infantry in Flora. Just because.
Oh man, that's a sad comparison. I know. Very.
No, I don't think that's
Yeah.
right. They're just too different. Okay,
Yeah.
well, let's go to Yuri, because this is the actual top ranking dagger hero in the game, which, funny enough, it feels like he's been here for a long time because you keep fighting him, but he's not actually been here for a long time.
Like, you already have to accept that he is a part of the meta, and he has been here for a month.
Yep. It feels like he's been here for a year because you keep thinking about him nowadays, or you keep getting reminded of him nowadays.
Dude is literally dictating everything, but purely on his mobility while having competent combat, because stats alone do not mean everything in this case.
Yep. Okay, so in this case, 40 HP versus 40, 39 attack versus 41, 2-point advantage to Evoke, 43 and 43 speed, wow, 26 defense to 28, 2-point advantage for Evoke, and then 29 res to 25 res. They are virtually identical outside of like slight differences in attack. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
slight
Volk actually
differences
has
in
the
defensive
best
res.
offenses of any dagger in history, and I think very close to the best offenses of any unit. Period.
Yeah, he is like, it is weird to think Yuri is actually a res tank compared to Volk, but Volk's offenses are pretty much unprecedented. Even if they are
84. Is there any unit who has a total higher than that?
off the not off.
No,
the
I
top
think
of my head.
84 is the highest, like ties for highest.
Let me double check on.
Yes,
my...
with Brave Marth, he has the exact same offense with Brave Marth,
God damn.
and that is the highest. So Volk is, needless to say, peerless almost in offensive potential.
Which, by the way, I think at this point, people can let go of the fact that he's red. If you get lethality off, it will not matter.
You
At
could
that
really
attack?
be a Brave Hector, and you're probably still very much close to death.
Yeah, it's not. The Brave Hector will be annoying, but for the most part, the red isn't gonna like. Oh no, it's gonna completely skew his matchups. No, it's usually not gonna be a big deal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you have 41 attack and basically Black Luna, you're fine.
Yeah, Black Knight
Okay.
only has 34 base attack. It's so weird to think about.
Oh my god. Wait, that's a really good perspective to put in because Black Luna, from just 34 attack base, is already very dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, to put in perspective, even a plus 10 plus attack Black Knight. Wait, he doesn't even catch up, does he?
No.
Well, with flowers, he would hit. Let's see.
34, 50, 54, 57, 60, 64. So 64 potential attack at plus 10, plus 15 with attack boon. Or, yeah. I'm not sure if that's attack boon. or
Is that
not.
with his weapon active? Or-
Yeah, that's with his weapon active. Whereas
Oh,
Volk
right, if you
hits-
calc the weapon.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas Volk hits 55, 60. So 4 more attack roughly on BK.
If you max out the Black
if you
Knight
literally peek him. Whereas
And
Volk,
this is just base Volk.
yeah.
versus literal base folk. Yeah, but really puts in perspective how deadly this is, because, which is funny how they're two red units of essentially Black Luna.
Yeah.
And they're
that's
both
funny.
in the same game.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. All right,
And how
but
Volk is like he can't do damage in Path of Radiance because daggers are so weak. I mean, he can do some, but it's like.
wait, I thought he was like the best dagger unit.
Oh no, he's the
Poor.
best in Path of Radiance for sure. Because the only other one is Soth, and Soth is really, really weak. Volk at least has like good offenses. He's just hampered by daggers themselves being really weak in that game.
Yeah, it's
Like his
just
stats are good. It's just daggers are bad.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. All right. But outside of Yuri, who is it?
Ninja.
You know what? I actually want to do Kaze first, even though it's mostly his dagger. But this is the closest thing to a free-to-play version.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh no.
I don't know why we have to do this to him, but yeah.
Because, to be clear, guys, once you give Kaze his Refine and his dagger has Slaying and Flashing Blade 4, this is the closest free-to-play option
Not
of
too
using
sure
lethality.
about lethality.
Yeah.
Yuri. With remove and Kanto, he typically wants his first
You,
shot to
Yuri
kill.
can use lethality.
We're not
And-
suggesting it, but he's one of the better options for it.
And to be fair, a lot of people run Pulse Yuri regardless, but it's usually with an area of effect special because it's just better. So,
Right.
Because AoEs are the same cooldown as lethality, technically you can make the transition, but I see no reason to. Is the way I
It's
look
more
at it.
like if you have a Yuri for Arena, and you just want to
Yeah.
have a proper special, then I think you'd
Yeah,
go for
exactly. That's the only way I would probably do it.
that. Right. But yeah, I'm not really recommending it. Yuri, AoE, Kanto, like that's better functionality in my books.
Yeah, exactly.
For a hero who don't have Cancel and don't have that extra movement, though, the closest thing to a free-to-play option for Voke is Voke's lethality is Kaze with 34 HP versus 40, 6-point advantage for Voke, 30 attack versus 41, 11-point advantage for Voke, 36 speed versus 43 speed, 7-point advantage for Voke, 17 defense versus 28, 11-point advantage for Voke. Did we have anything that wasn't almost everything was like 10 or higher outside of the 7 speed? Okay, and then finally Kaze has 9 more res than Voke at 34 versus 25.
Keep in mind, Kaze is a Gen 2 unit, and this was before physical range units got their BST increase. So Kaze is even further in the ditch from that.
Yep.
That said, it's not as bad as it seems, because Kaze does get 3 more attack on his dagger and 3 more dragon flowers, meaning he has only 5 less attack when all is said and done. 6 with the boon, but it's not as bad as it looks, but it's still pretty bad.
Well, if you count the boon and stuff, then Voke could also, I don't know.
I mean,
because
and
you know, the old argument there was, I get your argument, but the old argument was like, hey, it's really hard to get the perfect IVs, but now that we have trait fruits, it's actually not the greatest argument anymore. Because if you really wanted to, you just have to wait a bit.
Pretty much.
And if you're a longtime Fay Pass subscriber, you get like 40 every month or two anyway.
Yep.
So,
You get
Yeah.
every month. Every month you subscribe, you'll get 40. So in 3 months, you'll have one. So it's not bad for that
Yeah.
regard. But yeah,
This is supposed to be the closest thing on a free-to-play perspective. But even then, you can see the huge gaps.
yeah.
And
I mean,
while
I
Dragon
will-
Flowers breaks down the gap, 20 Dragon Flowers?
Yeah, 20 versus 5. And keep in mind, I didn't count in Kaze's true damage, so he actually is in like a 2-3 damage gap between him and Volk, which is actually
If you max commit, right.
no, that's just with max commit with Dragon Flowers, but the Refine
Right.
adds so much attack effectively on top that it does actually kind of balance out. At least a little bit.
But this is the closest other unit to use it. So, with that said,
That said, Kaze's defense sucks. That's the one thing.
yeah,
And
it's
you can't fix
atrocious,
that.
and he doesn't get any from his weapon.
Yeah, so that is the big note. But yeah. Linda.
Dual Lin.
Woo!
Now, this is a weird argument as well, but technically she makes this work because she quads very easily and it has slaying, so it's only 3 cooldown. In terms of every other unit that is an infantry, this is the closest thing to a great user of lethality outside of like bold fighter armor heroes, but then they have to use Barb Shuriken, which is dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can also use Ouch Pouch on like a defense team, but which can go for any dagger, but
Yeah. Not really a fan of all that. Okay. Olin has 40 HP versus 40, 38 attack versus 41, 3-point advantage for Voke, 42 speed versus 43, 1-point advantage for Voke, 21 defense versus 28, 7-point advantage for Voke, and 26 res versus 25, 1-point advantage for Lin. Well, it's expected because it's infantry, a current gen infantry versus a last gen. Feels weird saying that.
yeah. We're at
Liar
that-
unit.
Makes sense. But Lin does at least keep up pretty well, honestly. Considering the gap between Dragon Flowers does mean that at least the speed is on par. it's not bad. And of course, Linja is much more than she appears, so there's that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, in terms of a lethality user, this is the closest thing. But again, I really don't want people to. There was one person I was talking to on YouTube, and they brought out the fact that if you ran dual Byleth, sorry, not dual Byleth, Legendary Byleth with Lyn, things get really easy for her to get it off, get lethality off. But I hate arguments like that because you could make that argument for a bunch of other units. Likewise, right? Run Voke with Katria, great combination. But yeah, that's more so on the other units. Well, if you do have Voke, it's still mostly on Voke. But yeah, these combinations technically work really well, but you could say that for a lot of characters and it just stretches things out pointlessly. I think if the character can do it on their own really well, then they're a good option. Right. Everything else is like bonus on top of that.
Yeah, pretty much. The further you go, the tougher it gets to justify.
Yeah.
It's a really cool high-scoring special that, even compared to Deadeye, has more maintenance than it may be worth. But considering a lot of people already use Ether and Gale Force in Arena, especially, you can, especially in that regard, justify it.
Right. Okay. Well, I don't think there's much more to say about Volk.
Nope.
I hope he gets used more than he gets foddered.
Yeah,
well,
that's there you go.
I genuinely do believe that him as a unit may be more valuable than him as fodder.
Well, I'm definitely going to use him. I'm going to, if I don't pull him in my summons, I'm going to spark him, so.
Yeah, that's going to be one of my, I mean, I'm not choosing what I summon, but that would be one of my goals.
Right. Okay. Is minus HP plus res okay for Laegjarn, or is it competitive neutral? I take neutral at that point. Her res is 18, man. Why would you try to save that?
I mean, technically she does get 12.
She gets it, but it's not, you don't need to increase it through ability. Just doing neutral will give you
I would just,
you want more.
Yeah, I'd still do neutral, but technically you can salvage her res. It's just silly.
And then he says, why am I caring? I'm Team Silent Leaf all the way. You're the worst, Jonathan. Okay. Continue on, we have Marcia, the Petulant Knight. Is that actually a word? What?
Yeah, it's a fairly common word. It's like,
oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know English.
Okay, Canadian. Only speak
French,
right?
No. Alright, with 41 HP, 37 attack, 41 speed, 32 defense, and 26 res, I am in love. What?
Remarkable.
How is that free?
Yeah. This is insane for a demote. Oh,
what
Marcia
the heck?
Is a 177 BST Lance Flyer. And even though she's already in 180, she also has speed and res super boons. Yeah. So, fun
She's
fact.
a 45 speed.
Marcia has the highest speed of all main pool demotes. Base. Beating out our previous winner, Lonku, 39.
At 39, yeah.
Wait, I thought Shamir was the fastest Grail, right? And she
main
is...
Pole.
Well, this is
yeah, I know your main pole.
If we're talking in general, then Zahark actually has 42, but Shamir has 40 flat, so she's even slower than Marcia.
Okay, wow, that's actually incredible.
Same attack, too. They both have 37. Yeah.
Okay, well, she may not have a perf. She seems to have everything else. This is... If you can make her plus 10, this is the free-to-play unit to make then.
Such a good project, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's still argument to Seteth, but you do need Beetle to make that work.
Yeah, and we're going to do a little comparison to Seteth here. You'll like that, I'm sure.
Of course.
Right.
There is argument to like Seteth, for example, but Marcia, especially with the fact that she comes with the best lances she can use, really, really strong to vote. For perspective's sake, you go plus speed with her base kit, she's already hitting 51 with a speed refine between Fury and her speed refined weapon.
Wait, what's the mota? Is it Fury or the speed whatever gap? Gap? Oh, that's a 5-star Fury.
Unfortunate for the people who lack Hanadas.
Yeah. I mean,
I would have recommended it, but now it's definitely there's no point to it.
Nah. I'm honestly fine with that because I'm more encouraged to at least use Marcia or use it for unique fodder.
Yeah.
But yeah, fodder I would say she is mostly not, unless you're building the Lance project.
Man.
And she is one of the best Lance projects, so...
Now I know who I'm foddering
Yeah.
my car into.
Yeah, actually, her speed utilization is great, and her attack isn't... Is it even back? It's 37.
37
It's
is
actually
solid.
pretty good. Like, that is genuinely really solid attack for a main pool demote.
Alright, well, I'm speechless. I'm really happy with her, and I think everyone should build her. Unless you're going for maximum scoring, because once you count B dual flying 4, then yes, technically Seth still is the better scorer.
They both score the same at that point, but Seth has Spear of Assault going for him, so he has flexibility.
Oh
Yeah, he
wait, no,
doesn't
they
have to
do
run
score the same.
a 300
Yeah,
SPC
but
slot.
Seth doesn't need a 300 SBC slot, so you can use ground orders.
Like I
or
said,
raids.
Legion.
Shush.
What's the... Well, I don't care about Seth anymore then.
And Legion
you have to
certainly
actually
does.
You have to actually get the copies, is the only thing. And you
Look,
do need more fodder.
I have one Sedif right now. That is... Well, I made a 5-star Sedif, but I have one other Sedif. I'm not even following this guy. He's just hard to be... Okay, whatever. Anyways, her base kit doesn't really matter. I would keep Fury and her base lance. Her B slot, help. Just give her renewal if you want. She can use Desperation if you want. You got a lot of options that are really cheap. But yes, if you want to deck her out, my goodness, you could do whatever you want. She's probably a really good dive bomb user.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously,
Obviously.
traces are great, but dive bomb, quad dive bomb is real. Well, she wouldn't score well at that point. But in terms of like utilizing her, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Like, you could even technically lean into her 32-26 bulk and just make her into a generalist tank with Unbound Lance. Keeping in mind that she does hit effectively 37 defense off kit, 40 with Fury. So, she can be used for literally anything. This is the quintessential generalist Swiss Army knife demote for Lance Flyers this gen, and is amazing in that regard. So,
Yep.
yeah. Gale Force, Trace, standard utility. You could go full offense, kind of go a little tank side. Male Korin just gave us Ninja Naginata, so that's actually really cool. But
And then
the choice is yours.
speed, defense, rain. Hell, if like attack speed or attack defense, all those reigns are really good on her as well.
Yeah.
32 defense is nothing to sneeze at, especially for a Lance.
Yeah, if you go attack defense rain, you can actually make Heavy Blade really reliable off her base lance, because at that point you would be, especially with Trace, inflicting -11 attack on your foe during combat. And she already has 37 base. So that's actually really good.
Okay, well, let's do some comparables then, because I think that's where you get to really see how good she is.
Sedith!
Yeah, Sedith is the only relevant main pool competitor.
Chat, if you guys, I get some of you guys are playing through story, just remember, please don't spoil me. I want to play that
Don't
myself
spoil me
tomorrow.
either.
Please don't punish us for doing the data mine is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Because for a lot of us, if we weren't doing this, we would just be playing the story anyways, but come on, you shouldn't place that on people. But yeah, if you're going to say... So try to keep whatever you have to say about it to a minimum. No specifics. If you're disappointed, you're disappointed. Fine, you can say that, but no specifics, please.
Yeah.
All right, Seros Adherent Sedith is where we start off with, and I would like to say, rest in peace, Sedith. I thought he would at least have more defense. My goodness.
Yeah.
Well-
Yeah, that part is insane.
I don't see the point of Sedith anymore. He has more HP, but why would you want slightly more HP on a flyer? Okay, 44 HP versus 41. 3-point advantage for Sedith. 36 attack versus 37. 1-point advantage for Marcia, which, by the way, because of her lance, I guess it matches Spear of Ass, even after you get the effect to work.
It's 2 more. Her attack will end up being 2 more because -5 to defense instead of +4 to attack, like Spear of Assault.
And then it's perf versus non-perf. Yeah, that's actually really
Well, actually,
interesting.
oh wait, it's a perf, so yeah, I guess no. Actually, it would match evenly.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he has
Right.
2 more might, and then also 1 more dragon flower, so he'll still have 2 more attack when all is said and done.
But then you can refine it for speed or something to get an even bigger
Yeah.
jump in something else.
Well,
So,
He also has speed +3 though.
oh, okay, never mind. It matches up. Wait a
Yeah.
second, that takes away his HP advantage.
Yes, you would have
Okay.
slightly less HP when one less
Yeah.
HP when all is said and done because of dragon flower gap.
That is silly. Okay, 36 speed versus 41. Okay, there's nothing here. That's not even okay.
Yeah, if we're looking at a strict stat-wise standpoint, Seteth is worse. The main
5
advantage is that Seteth can stop foes' attack speed buffs, while also being supportive.
Okay, but the thing that gets me the most is they have matching defenses. How?
Yeah.
In what
funny.
ways?
Wyvern!
Well, the
This
thing
man
is,
is on a wyvern, which is much more hardy.
Seth's
Look at
weird.
how he's dressed, and anyone who actually knows who Seteth is and whatnot, no, this is not okay.
Well, the goofy thing is they were kind of oddly faithful in Three Houses with him. In Three Houses, he starts out with very good defense, but his defense growth is actually abnormally low for a wyvern unit, and his speed
Okay,
is
but
actually. Very
what do you think about Marcia? Marcia?
Marcia, yes.
Okay,
her attack is
that
not
doesn't
so
match
high.
up.
Her defense
attack
is
is not
pretty
that high.
mediocre. I mean, yeah, and her attack is not that high either. So they weren't, they took some liberties with Marcia for sure.
I can't believe this girl's free. This is free. Everyone should make her. Why would you even, what would you fund her off of outside of her lands? Just make her.
Literally, unless you have another lands project already being done, like Norn, just use her. Literally, just use her. I'm already gonna just, spoiler alert, I already got one. I'm just gonna give her Desperation and throw her into Arena Assault with Speed Refine, and she'll actually already put in more work than a lot of my other devotes.
Legion, I had a question. Why were you so convinced she had 39 attack?
I said 37 at
That's
first,
my
and I
bad
second guessed
aim.
myself at 39, and I couldn't tell you why.
All right, Axelish, we'll do that. Okay, but we wanted to go with the free-to-play option in last gens with Seteth first.
Yep.
We'll do Aranese in a moment, actually. Let's just continue with the free-to-play, because that's easier to group with.
Yeah.
Because the other one, the actually closest one, is this girl.
It's what I think of, then yes it is.
When it comes to Pegfly versus Pegflyer,
Oh,
this is actually the closest thing.
Oh,
Oh, if
no.
we're talking main pool, ouch. Yeah,
Because there's really
not many.
nothing here for Taya anymore, because
Well,
just
she's getting
like
a
Seteth.
refine in like 2 months.
Oh,
Thea's
well,
that close.
I hope it's friggin' amazing refine, because you're gonna need it.
Yeah, 31 attack says hello.
So, the big thing here, once again, just like Seteth, Taya was known for her defense. We're like, wow, Taya, good defense. There's something interesting here. Yeah, well, it's 2021 now, and there's no point to it. 1 point advantage for Marcia. That's not okay. This is literally what Taya had. That's her only thing.
Yeah, she was supposed to be a defensive mixed tank, mostly lance flyer. And she can't even hold that. I mean, her res is still better, but that's it.
Her HP suffers in return, so her res really isn't. Her magical bulk is actually a little worse. So.
I mean, 10 more dragon flowers, but yikes.
Well, I guess, yeah, once you take that into comparison.
Okay, I'm not even go over every stat because I think it's very obvious that there's nothing here. So we're gonna move on to our next hero because I think this one is much more interesting. Also free to play, by the way. We're just doing a bunch of free to play real quick. Oh crap, forgot which one it is. There it is. All right, guys. Even before looking at the stats, I give it to Marcia. Why? Art. It's not
Yeah,
even close.
no.
Hers is so good.
Oh, wait, can you toggle Resplendent?
Yeah, I'll toggle Resplendent in a moment. So real quick before we get to Resplendent, there's no point to Cordy's unless, which by the way, this is hilarious to me, unless we're talking about quad versus quad. But here's the thing, with the new weapons, right,
doesn't
4-star
actually matter.
cord, does it really matter? Because in performance, wouldn't you still take Marcia?
Yes, because think about it this way. Cordelia, with everything said and done, will have 39 versus 41, and then Marcia also has a speed super boon. So Marcia can end up with potentially 3 more speed, and when all is said and done, Cordelia only has 2 more speed on her lance overall, with the effectrifying, whereas, well, so, just Naginata, which has no speed penalty or buff, will still provide Marcia with more overall speed than Cordelia's lance.
Right.
Of course,
That's what I'm trying to say. This is so ridiculous.
of course, the attack actually does favor Cordelia overall because she has 37 when all is said and done, before Dragon Flowers and anything. But that's it. Quad
All right.
not fair. Yeah.
But for anyone serious about Cordy, you made her resplendent, and so this is a much more fair comparison to a degree.
Yeah. And even then, what I said is actually more so holding true with Resplendent Cordelia. Before that, not even worth it. Not even worth trying. But
Yeah.
Resplendent, it actually still Ninja Naginata Marcia's close, if not better.
Yep. So if you guys see it here, 1 point HP advantage for Cordy. Good for you. Matching attack. 4 point advantage speed for Marcia. 8 point advantage defense for Marcia. And then, of course, 27 res versus 26. Virtually identical. But yes, Cordy has a 1 point advantage. Not that really means anything.
Yeah.
The important stat is defense. And that's 8 points. Ooh.
Yeah.
Man, this is... I can't believe she's free. This is... You should build her. This is... At the end of the year, I want to make a video called Top 10 Free-to-Play Heroes of 2021.
Marcia.
Spoiler alert, she's made the list.
Yep.
There's nothing here.
That's for goddamn sure.
Yeah. Already. Easily one of the best emotes, period. And you don't even need a perf to do it. Good stats are all you need.
Yep.
And Unbound Lance is the cherry on top because that's one of the best lances you could use, considering you would have to summon for geese otherwise.
Yep. That lance is what is a cherry on the cake. This is what makes this such a beautiful thing to do. There's no difficulty in building her, really. Like, oh sure, your A slot, but that's hugely variable. Of course, you would like to have a catch skill, but you know, Swift Sparrow 3, still good skill. Attack speed push, still good skill. You got lots of choices. And Reigns, she makes, because of her stat spread, she can use so many of them so well. So you're not stuck with something like speed defense Reign. You can go for attack defense Reign even if you wanted to. Or speed defense Reign. Yeah, like you got Reigns. It's not hard. It's not that hard to really make this a really good hero to build and a project.
Yep. And even in arena, it'll still work because she's 180. And while 180, of course, is not 185 like infantry's, which is starting to become the standard, flyers have Canto, Orders, Aerobatics, Guidance. There are advantages to using flyers over just going full on score. So, in that regard, too, Marcia is exemplary.
Yep.
Without duel.
Okay, but she's not here just killing free-to-play heroes. She's actually here to kill
Compete
5-star
against
heroes.
premium units, yeah.
Yeah. One more demote.
Sure. Oh,
our
okay,
only
sure.
Grail unit of particular note, Dehorba,
Oh crap!
which is on the same banner.
I wish Evan was still here.
By the way,
So he
make
can
the
suck
toggle
it.
off Resplendent because Dehorba doesn't have one.
Oh shit! Whoopsies.
I don't know why it lets you do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, I
unless you
wish
just
Evan
do
was here.
stats. Maybe the theory craft. But...
Yeah, I guess it's a theory crap. Okay, well, Evan is apparently a big fan of Dethorba and a big fan of Gunter. I don't know what connection there possibly could be between those two units, but he loves this girl. Heck, when she first released, I loved her too. This is the closest thing to, well, let's just say some people have kinks, and she fulfilled some. But with that said, as a unit, she was really impressive for her days. Just as a Grail unit, it was kind of rough to make her. And I didn't really think of anything special to do with her. But since then, they've released a lot of really cool skills. Like, catches didn't exist at that time.
Yeah.
I don't think Traces did not exist at that time. Yep. And Dive Bomb was still a bitch. So there you go.
All that came after. And Reigns were still not that popular, I think. I think we had Speed Defense Reign by then, but I
we did.
Wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, so so at that time, this was going to be a hard sell, and now it's an even harder sell because Marcia's here. So the comparison is 43 HP versus 41, 2 point advantage for Thorba. Congratulations, 35 attack to 37, 2 point advantage for Marcia, 38 to 41, 3 point advantage And then 23 to 32 defense. Wow, 9-point advantage for Marcia. And then 33 res versus 26, which the res on Pegasus Flyers is really nice until you remember the current meta doesn't really feature too many dragons being used. And if you get hit by a mage, you survive. But, you know, it doesn't matter if you survive 10 HP or 1 HP. You're alive.
Yeah. I mean, dragons are starting to kind of come up with, like, Moosebell, Niffle, Legendary Tickies for Remix does make her more popular. Things like that, but it's still not amazing. And when your 23 defense is now your justification, that can be a little difficult to work with.
Yep. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
If you had a project here, you probably stop. Now, you can either choose between a spunky girl or a girl that'll dominate you. That's probably your real decision at that point.
Oh boy,
that's what you care about.
Do you go for?
Oh boy.
Although spunky girls aren't really a kink as much as dominating.
I mean, they can be.
They can be if you're really dedicated.
Erenice, as promised, we have Erenice, which, no, that's not fair.
Oh, but it's true.
It's great that Erenice has a great lance because that's all she has going for her. Marcia is better or tied in every fashion.
Yep.
That's not fair.
I get again Dragonflower Gap, but yikes.
Okay, well that's an interesting one. I mean I know how good Erenice is. I still have mine. I'm trying to fodder her. Which, by the way, Blue Dual Flying 4, do not use that on Marcia. I think that is just, I mean, there's no point to it. It's just be for stats.
Yeah,
but,
it's better than a Fury 3, but...
Right, but that's the reason why I think building her is so much better, guys, because you don't even have to, it's hard to get. Blue Dual Flying 4 is what, only on Erenice?
Yeah, it's only on Uranus. I mean, 3 is on 2 units in Azur and Peony, but 4 is only on Uranus. Now, Azura's Remix might be V Dual 4, but that's about it.
That's also a point to why you should use her over Seteth. Getting Blue Dual Flying 4 to get Seteth to score well is really rough. So yeah, Marcia really opens it up.
Yeah. If you already have B Dual 4 Seteth, don't feel obliged. Or if you already have B Dual fodder in general, don't feel obliged to switch to Marcia because Seteth has advantages. But yeah, B Dual is a huge stipulation to making him work, whereas Marcia has no such restriction.
Okay, I don't remember. Are Rains 240 or 300?
240.
They're 240.
Oh, wow. So she can't use a Rain. That's the only issue if you're care about scoring.
That's the big
Then again, you just go into menace skills and it's, I don't know. It's not really...
Yeah, it gets rough. That's the only thing with demotes like this. It gets a little rough around the edges.
Alright, fair enough. Alright. Erenice is just fodder, Keck. Yeah, if you're talking about it... I mean, if you give her a partner, she still does really cool things, but why bother?
Yeah, basically.
All right, who's a good 5-star? Man, there's so many Pegasus Flyers out there at this point. Who's a good 5-star comparison?
That is a good one. Even, shoot. I guess Farina?
Alright. Tech process, I have a ticket left. Do I go for the spark or wait until the mythic reveal? How much time do you have on this banner?
We have 20 days.
You'll have
20 days.
Okay.
I think you wait for the mythic banner. It's basically confirmed this mythic banner is one of the best ever. So yeah. I would use as many orbs as you can on the mythic banner and then go back and finish the spark on this banner. If you so care about this banner anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, Farina, I like her because she's spunky and loves money, whereas Marcia is just spunky.
And she hates her brother.
Who loves money.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
And drinking and gambling.
Alright. Oh, wait, how old is Farina? She doesn't feel like she's that old. What?
Yeah, that's about a year.
Okay. Okay, well, what a year makes, because it's 39 HP versus 41, 2-point advantage for Marcia. 36 attack versus 37, 1 point advantage for Marcia, 38 speed versus 41, 3 point advantage for Marcia, 30 defense versus 32, 2 point advantage for Marcia, and Farina has 4 more res. That's, wow, that's depressing.
Yep. Now, of course,
Now, the good thing is she has a Dragonflower Lance, but
that lance grants up to 7 in all stats, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, plus 7 to all stats on top of a dull slaying. So it's not like Farina's sobbing, but man.
the gap really shrinks down. So, yeah, unless you were talking about plus 10 Farina versus plus 10 Marcia, this is kind of rough.
Yeah. I mean, Farina still has her advantages, but especially considering Unbound is a plus 5 attack def res, Lance, no slaying, which is huge, but it also still stops buffs. It's, yeah, it gets a little rough considering, you know, the availability. So,
Right.
Yeah, Marcia not only is amazing for a demote, but is amazing in the general scope of Pegasus Flyers. Or
Right.
Flyers in general. It's insane.
Well, the thing, guys, the real big thing here is that she has the best in slot Lance, in my opinion, you can have for a non-perf.
Unless you're doing thingy for speed control.
Right. Fair enough.
I mean,
But yeah.
put it this way. Marcia is the second fastest Lance Flyer, period, after Summer Ingrid, who has 3 less attack.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh,
that,
crap,
yeah.
I just realized.
Hmm?
You can fodder your Farina for your Marcia.
You good? Yeah, good. Sadly, no attack speed catch pathing, but what?
Yeah, because she comes with attack speed catch. That's okay.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
She still does have really good defense in res, guys. 30-30 with her lands really makes her, like, she's a hero that a flyer that can reach over 40 defense, 40 res really reasonably is really, I wouldn't say too unique, but really good, especially because she's just good all around her. But that's if you really care about her, because Dragon Flowers, merges, good IVs, all those things you have to consider.
Yeah, exactly. All very important.
Is that it? This isn't even fair. I didn't want to compare her to 5 stars, but she's kind of killing them.
I guess since there is only, we can do a full comparison to. Now let's actually do Young Tana a little closer in release. I think. I actually don't remember which came first, but Young Tana.
The Frillian Starlight Tana has 40 HP versus 41, 39 attack versus 37, 41 speed to 41, 29 defense to 32, and 23 res to 26. It feels weird for Marcia to finally have more res than somebody.
Yeah, Tana isn't exactly naturally tanky, to say the least.
Alright, well, she's good because she teleports and is very annoying.
Yep. But, man. I mean, at least now somebody has more attack speed some. There's that.
Right.
But, wow. At what cost? Everything else is worse.
Alright. But I think that's that, because we've spent so much time on her already.
Justifiably so, though, because I can tell you, I expect to see a lot of Marcias. I said that in the beginning, well, yesterday, and I still hold that true today.
Right. No, I didn't forget Tana. Chat, or specifically Sigma Sensei, sometimes I just don't feel like talking about everything. It feels like we don't say the most basic. Yes, when she initiates, she gets like 10 more defense.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, but also that's only when she initiates, and that's not always a safety.
Right. It's just if you say everything every time, everything takes forever.
Obviously, if a unit has a perf, they're going to have some natural advantages, but base stats are all we care about right now.
Yeah. Alright. We finally get to Astrid. I love Astrid, just not this Astrid. How did they make her look so bad? And then her stats...
Her art is just like kind of old-fashioned.
Yeah.
At least she hits harder than we... Well, at least than I hoped. 38 HP, 39 attack, 41 speed, 27 defense, 23 res. The Resolute Damsel is finally in the game.
Yeah. So, Astrid, our supportive Green Archer Cavalier, is a 168 BST unit with HP, defense, super banes, and you guessed it, attack speed, super boons.
Wow. They just keep doing this for the entire banner.
Well, Marsha
They do this for every banner nowadays.
Oh.
Seems like.
Every 5-star, anyways. I don't think free to play gets that kind of
I
privilege.
mean, the
Not often.
5 stars on a banner.
Alec is the only one that comes to mind, and he was not fast.
I thought Astro was really cute, guys, in the story, because she's like, oh, I mean, she's terrified of things. Not terrified, but scared enough, and then she turns around and becomes an archer, and she does all these things. And we're like, oh wow, this is a great story. I like her, and she's pretty. That helps.
That also helps.
And I also like cav archers, but yeah. So I've been looking forward to this character, and while her offensive stats are way better than I expected, her base kit, she's ultimately still a support unit.
Which is
It was
still
really
unique.
weird.
It's unique, at least. Not trying to tread on Laegjarn's grounds, at least.
You know, the problem here is her speed defense bond is practically useless. You turn 27 defense to 32.
Or
Wait, no, 34. That's cool. It's not.
it's literally
significant.
there to be there. I mean, I guess
Because
in
it's
your
Just-
rally.
yeah, it's one of those skills that they put in there because we didn't have it. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody's gotta
Well,
do
that's
it.
I think that's what happened, which is really unfortunate because that takes extra cost if you're serious about her. She's not meant to be used defensively. 27 defense is practically hopeless. The differentiation here is if you get enough defense where you can essentially take an extra hit, yes, then it's worthwhile. But at 27 turning to 34, it's very unlikely you'll get you an extra hit because her HP is 38. You're still gonna die in 2 hits. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. It's technically an option, but I would not reasonably conceive it.
Not
Like,
advisable. Even technically make it work. But
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably even just use Swift Sparrow 2 from here at that point.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I am glad from the respect that at least she provides something interesting. She's Annette to a bonus doubler, extra movement space, and gives bonus doubler. And if she had to fight, she's pretty good. Though with that said, I think I still prefer Annette as a fighter because she targets lower defense and res, and that can surprise some units really badly.
Some advantages, particularly like how infantries can use like pulse support, for example. And Crusher does have some interesting potential. Though she does, without Tempest, lack some mobility to be able to get into position for a rally sometimes.
Ah, that's true. Yep.
That's the
Why
big-
does she look like a nicer Ira? that's a good pointer. I didn't see it, but the purple and
That's-
black hair,
that's what everyone's
that's
saying.
hairstyle. Yeah.
good,
All right.
good ending, Ira.
So let's do some comparisons because I think if you build her as a support unit, it's not too difficult. You just keep her base kit and throw in a C slot of your choice, probably a drive. Which, by the way, why didn't she come with a drive? Her A slots are practically useless. All right, this is a hero that you can build however you want, but if you took her into the completely offensive stats, offensive role, we're gonna show you why that's probably gonna be pretty rough or not as rewarding as it could be. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's do some comparisons.
All right. So as far as stat comparisons go, how do we even want to do this? Because we already covered a lot of the archer calves.
We go Sedgar first because that's the
Yeah.
closest thing.
Sedgar.
Actually.
Sedgar just came out, chat, and he is very, very good. I don't think he's It's funny how they keep releasing green archers. I don't understand that actually.
I don't either. Every
Yeah,
archer
cav
calf is
archers,
green.
Yeah.
Right.
No
So we
variety.
talked about all the colorless ones earlier, but yeah, this is weird. Okay. Well, with that said, we have Sedgar, Coyote's Dutiful. 41 HP versus 38, 3-point advantage for Sedgar, 36 attack versus 39, 3-point advantage for Astrid, 39 speed versus 41, 2-point advantage for Astrid, 27 defense to 27, match, 24 res to 23, virtually identical. So Sedgar, you might be looking at this and like, oh, there's a pretty noticeable difference between attack speed, and once you calc perf and everything, yes, there is. But then you think about him being a Grail unit and maxing him out is guaranteed, as well as him having also really good super boons. Might be wrong about that. I think he
defense
did.
and res, I believe.
Wait, was it defense and res?
Speed, defense and res, I believe. Or
Right.
I could double check that, but let me see.
Edgar has them in speed and defense. Yeah, speed defense.
All right, so
Wow, generous.
yeah, so that's what I remembered. He had a lot of super boons for some reason. But yes, you would just go for speed for him, which closes down the gap a bit. Unless you had to plus speed Asteroid, then okay, there's really nothing. But with that said, yes, there is a difference here. But making him plus 10 is pretty big. There's no fire advantages or disadvantages, and he's already pathing himself towards attack defense catch, right?
Yeah, he already has
It's
attack
kinda
catch,
weird.
and he comes with the instant bow, which is probably one of his best options anyways.
Right. So he's not a bad unit. If you wanted a green archer specifically, Segger's probably your guy. However, if you want one with support functionality, which is the unfortunate part about this, because if you want Asteroid to be a good unit, that support functionality isn't really there anymore.
Yeah.
She relies on using her turn to support with a
Yeah.
rally and a ruse and her weapon, of course.
Right. So if you make her into a purely offensive archer, technically she'll become better than Sedgar at plus 10 maxed out. But then she loses her other functionality. And even at completely max versus completely max, I think she's only a step ahead of Sedgar. It's not great. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. And I mean, realistically, depending on who you ask, the combat utility isn't even the most important part. It's the ability to survive a shot while also being able to do like Poison Strike and Savage Blow stuff. And at that role, Sedgar is totally fine.
Right.
Azur, Python, and Wrath.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
So this was somebody's suggestion and it's mean, but we'll just get it over with. The most common green archer entire game.
Well,
we've seen
Dragonflowers
so many
help.
pythons. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, Dragonflowers do help them a lot, as well as being easily mergeable like Cinders. So.
I will never have enough Cav Dragonflowers, so you could bring that up, but I'm not sure how many people can afford it. I get it though.
I've already finished 2 cavalry, so we'll up in the new gens, so I don't know.
Oh no, I
Depends on
can.
who you are.
Yeah, I can finish them, but I have. If I did finish them, it wasn't going to be worthwhile. I wanted to make sure I got all the attack speed versions for it. But yeah, I could have maxed out more, personally. What I'm trying to say is there's so many good calves, and they keep releasing good calves. It's really hard to ever have enough.
This is true. Between Nifo and Moosepel, pressure is there.
Oh my goodness, those two especially need it.
Ugh.
Okay. The Apathetic Archer Python has 38 HP versus 38, match, 32 attack versus 39, 7-point advantage to Astrid, 35 speed versus 41, 6-point advantage to Astrid, 31 defense versus 27, 4-point advantage to Python, and 20 res versus 23, 3-point advantage for Astrid. I don't think you make a Python nowadays anyways, because you just make Sedgars.
I mean,
If
Python's
it's a
coming
lot
up.
easier if you can stockpile copies of him because he's been out for so long.
Yeah.
And
Well-
the performance with their Dragonflowers and everything is very similar in that. So
Okay, well, if you would rather use Dragonflowers instead of Grails, then you can do that. But in my position, I'm out of heroes to use Grails with, so I would actually rather do a Sedgar instead to save Dragonflowers.
I would
if
rather
I-
do
if I
Python
made
to
that
save
decision.
Grails, so.
I have several
that's
Grail
interesting.
projects I consider.
The closest Grail project I have right now is Leone, I think. I finished Young Innis recently, and I'm just considering... oh wait, I'm gonna make, well, I have like about 5k Grails, so I can make about 2 units. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is, like, outside Shamir, there hasn't really been much, and Shamir just came out.
Yeah. I get that.
Alright, is there actually a good green archer?
There are literally... There's only one Green Archer cat that's premium, and it's Sue. Oh, actually, no. Let's not do Sue. Let's
That's
do
dumb,
Wolt.
yeah.
Wolt
Let's do
is
who?
slightly more recent. Summer Wolt. You know, the
Oh,
unit
yeah.
nobody remembers.
Yes, the brazen.
Wait,
attack
what?
speed
Why are we
4.
doing this guy?
Because
Wait, is he
there's-
actually the last 5-star green archer?
Yeah, the Green Archer cat.
Green archer cat, 5-star, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that's like 2 summers ago.
Yep.
But then the last summer was that long ago. But yeah. Okay, well, 40 HP versus 38. Okay, so 2-point advantage to Wolt. 34 attack versus 39. 5-point advantage to Wolt. Sorry, 5-point advantage to Astrid.
Okay.
I'm getting tired. 34 speed versus 41. 7-point advantage to Astrid. 25 defense versus 27, 2-point advantage to Astrid. 17 res versus 23, 6-point advantage to Astrid. So Astrid,
Astrid.
Astrid.
just better.
Yeah.
This wasn't gonna be anything anyways. Moving on.
Ouch.
I'll just do one hero, and we've already done him before, but I think this is the closest match. It's Destined Scion's Leaf. I don't really think there's a more modern speed archer than Leaf right now. Until
Well, and
Laegjarn got
Laegjarn.
released.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Laegjarn, which you can, yeah.
Right, so we have 40 HP versus 38, 2-point advantage for Leaf, 40 attack versus 39, 1-point advantage to Leaf, 41 speed versus 41 speed, match. 27 defense to 27 defense, match. And 20 res versus 23 res, 3-point advantage to Astrid. Congratulations, I would use Leaf.
Yep.
So
Pretty much. Astrid is just extremely niche.
I'm not even sure who's going to want to use her. That's the thing. I think in hands of players it's cool, but in hands of AI, I think you're possibly going to make something interesting happen, but probably not.
Yeah, that's the way.
She does have more reach than Annette, but I don't know.
I mean, given Sigurd is already very popular and Annette fell off, it's already like.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right. Who uses Annette anymore? Just use Sigurd.
Sigurd has counters that Annette doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, people do use pulse heroes nowadays and catches
Yeah.
Sigurd, but
So it's not infallible, but yeah. Rough. Little rough.
alright. Well,
One last one. The most recent Green Archer in general is Pirate Hinoka.
oh shit, okay.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
This is a weird one, but yeah, I can see it. Green Archer versus Green Archer. 40 HP versus 38. 2-point advantage for Hinoka. 40 attack versus 39. 1-point advantage for Hinoka. Oh, wait a second. That's so funny. They just swapped. Okay, so Hinoka is 80 overall, and Astra's 80 overall, but Astra has 1 less attack for 1 more speed. Interesting.
Pretty much.
They have both have 23 res, and Hinoka has 4-point advantage in defense. That was out of order, but whatever. It's
Hinoka
very
has
close, actually.
2 less BST because Flyer, previous gen.
They're very close. But Hinoka's better.
Yeah. No dispute there.
There are like, people forget this because they're like, oh, Green Archer. And in their lives, the closest thing to a terrifying Green Archer was like Python, and they're like, okay, whatever. No, Hinoka will surprise you. You don't just have to be blue for her to destroy you. You can be other colors and she'll destroy you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just if you're blue, you're especially dead. Oh my goodness. I don't know why she gets the quad. Yeah. All right. But sorry, chat. I am an Astrid fan. I promise you. Nephany and Astrid I had the softest spots for because they were just like must protect, or they're so innocent or so adorable. But I'm sorry, this is stupid. She wasn't even this in her game. This is completely made up, by the way.
Yeah, Astrid was just this snowball unit in Path of Radiance. She had Paragon, the only unit with it, besides, well, Joffrey did too, but she just snowballed because she'd gained so much experience from even just like landing a single hit. She'd gained like almost 30 experience. Just so goofy.
Yep. She's really underleveled when you get her, and you're supposed to just level her up, and then she becomes something.
The growths are pretty good, so yeah.
So this, I don't know what this is, but they did it. I feel like she got screwed over. This isn't what she is, but then, well, whatever. She's here now.
Yeah.
And she'll see a little bit of use, I guess, from people who like her.
All right. We're not done yet because these are the two most important units.
Yep. Well, besides Marsha.
Chat. Well, this is the big ones. Tanith and Bertram. But we're gonna start with Tanith first. And the Bright Blade herself is formally here. She's already in the game as a bride? Bridesmaid?
Bridal
whatever
Tanith.
she's supposed to be.
Sigurd and Tanith.
But I love her. There's something about short-haired girls with fierce attitudes that I always find attractive. Weird kinks. I don't think it's that weird. I think a lot of people liked her. Anyways.
Yeah, she's fairly popular.
Right. Tanith is here, and she isn't free, but she is demoted instantly.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
Huh. That's why I like Ascended Heroes, because they keep doing Ascended Hero banners, because they keep doing this.
That's a nice trend. At the very least. Although I wish we always got
One
a free
important
copy,
thing
like
about Denise.
Balthus and
She is
Violet.
added to the Emote pool for all banners starting today. So she'll be in the red pool for the mythic banner. Let's go.
Wow.
Nimcheer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Because IS has seen fit to cuck us of all red heroes as demotes for a long time. Well, sword heroes especially. It's finally time we got one that's proper. The Bright Blade Tanith has 41 HP, 36 attack, 40 speed, 32 defense, and 28 res. I like that stat spread.
Does it remind you of anyone? Someone we've seen very recently, perhaps?
Hmm.
It reminds me of Marsha.
Just a little bit.
One more attack and speed, and one less attack and speed, and 2 more res on Tanith compared to Marsha.
Nope. It's unfortunate that she loses that attack and speed because they're essentially the same ideas.
Well,
Yeah.
Legion and I were talking about that, and Legion basically played devil's advocate. And was like, well, you know, technically that res can make a difference, and that one attack and speed is so
Oh,
minuscule
F that.
that-
Come on. I'd rather take the 2 less res with 2 more offense. Alright. But still, chat, it's not bad. To put this in perspective, who was our last?
Sylvia.
Nemesis? Nemesis?
Nemesis for Grails.
That's it?
Yeah, if we're talking sorties, it was Nemesis was our last one. Period.
And if we're talking sword flyer demotes, she's the
None.
first ever. Yep.
Oh, actually, well, in the main pool, yes, this is the first time we've ever
There's
had a
Grails,
sword
yeah.
flyer demote. The only sword flyers in the main pool, 3-4 are Sheeta and Paula.
so
that's
we're just
respected.
release units.
Okay, so she's going up against Gen 1 heroes. That's not okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and the last sword in general was Sylvia. A dancer.
And
Ginger,
the
too.
crazy thing is that she scores. We don't get a 180 sword unit we didn't get a 180 sword infantry last
Yep.
gen, so we're getting a 180 sword flyer the gen after.
Yep. I mean, technically
This is
there's
just
no hard,
weird.
but yeah.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, technically.
So, Tanith, 177 BST sword flyer with the same speed res super boons that Marsha has.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
are
to be
literally
fair, Marsha served under her, so
they're literally
pretty
almost
similar.
identical.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Why is Marsha a better No. You can't. Laura. God damn it. Once again, the story team didn't work with
I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
but I mean, Tanith is really good at Path of Radiance. Like, her offenses are actually quite good, like this.
I know,
Like,
but
very faithful.
I thought Marsha hit a lot weaker.
Marsha
Maybe.
is prone to getting a little bit screwed with her strength. She can
Yeah.
get lucky, but Tanith is consistently, because she joins
Yeah.
later, she's promoted. She's consistently going to be pretty hard hitting and fast. So
Yep.
I mean, in fairness, she is still faster than any other main pool demote ever, besides Marsha now.
Mhm.
Beating at Long Ku's 39 again, so it's still not a huge...
yeah.
But now she ties with Urk, I guess.
Yep.
With Dragon.
Oh yeah. Also
She's
forgot to
nice,
mention,
though.
when I think about like a Pegasus commander, it's Tanith. Just like when I think of assassins, it's Volk. She's straight-nosed, very serious, very professional, and then a lot of characters mess with her, and it's adorable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Even
Can't wait for that.
Seagrin wants her to lighten up a little bit, and Seagrin's
Which is
the commander.
hilarious because Sigurd's another commander.
Well, yeah, basically her superior, because Tanith is second
Right.
in command. So
Right. Anyways, I'm very ecstatic. What's her kit?
So, Tanith. This is interesting. Her sword is the Steadfast Sword. Contrary to its name, it is in fact part of the... It's actually not called the Steadfast Sword, is it? It's
is it called the Vanguard Sword?
I believe it's called the Vanguard. Let me double check that, because...
That's actually really cool sounding. Vanguard, the
It's-
first to engage.
Yeah, no, it's Steadfast Sword. I don't know where
Aw.
Vanguard came from, but...
What?
It is-
Vanguard sort of been badass.
Well, we have the
Well, we
Vanguard.
have the Vanguard axe. So,
Yeah.
or sorry, that's the
It's,
real-
Vanguard itself is a lance, so...
That's right. Yeah.
Eh. But the Steadfast Sword is the Carrot Cudgel equivalent. Attack def +5 to unit during combat and neutralizes unit's penalties as long as you're within 2 space of an ally. She comes with, as expected, Ardent Sacrifice, because that's what her, Ardent Sac, not Harsh Command. A slot, Sturdy Blow at 5-star rarity, and B slot is Flyer Formation at 4 stars.
That was previously
Wait.
Trevant at 5-star,
No.
right? Or no, Trevant was Flyer Guidance, yeah.
Yeah. Flyer Formation has demoted to the main pool at 4-star.
No Sonic Sword. I mean, yeah, they could have done really cool things here.
That
but-
would have been cool, yeah, but oof.
Sword Flyer demoted in the main pool. You take what you get.
Yeah,
I mean, we-
or some reference to her reinforced skill where she brings in 2 Pegasus or 3 Pegasus, 2 Pegasus Knights and a Falcon Knight to just fight for you on the map.
Right.
She can do that.
I like
twice.
using her
Because she's so good.
Yeah. It was really fun because you could just easily make like a flyer formation to like separate from your main team and do something with them.
Yeah, it's fun.
Because by the time you get, anyways, whatever. That's part of the other games.
And now you can, well, you can still do the Flyer Formation here.
Yeah, in a certain way, yeah.
But yeah, so you can actually summon for Flyer Formation now, which is actually really unique. I think that's one of the first times in a long time they've introduced a skill to the main pool that is unique, with no other like stat variants like Oaths or anything like that. So that's really
Right.
cool.
Okay. Well, this has been going for a long time, so I just want to go to comparisons real quick.
Of course.
Wrong Sheeta.
Yep.
Wrong Sheeta. There's so many Sheetas.
I mean, that Cheetah is still
Well,
pretty funny because 2 more speed but 3 less attack.
Okay.
Right, Cheetah, yikes.
Nobody has the Sheeta anymore because if you cared about Sheeta, you would need her resplendent. But if you have her still, it's no contest. My goodness, the one good thing Sheeta had, her speed is not even a factor here at all. And that 11 attacks difference is a slaughter.
At least she has res.
6 points more res, but I'd rather take 8 points more defense. Well,
At least she has
that's the
effective
thing.
damage.
Oh, well, yeah, she needs that.
Yes.
Alright, but if you did care about Sheeta in the current generation of the game, you would have her as a resplendent. It's me, but do Alencia. Oh, yeah, it's fair enough. They're in the same game. Alright, so Sheeta has 3 less HP, 9 less attack, 11 less speed. Oh, sorry, 1 speed less speed.
Oh god. that
1
was
less speed,
fun.
6 less defense, and 8 more res. She has more res, which just makes her... Guys, everyone knows Sheeta doesn't really use DC builds. I've seen people try that in past years. No one uses it anymore. It's more about using her for big icebergs and occasionally she fights dragons. But no, generally speaking, Tanf is just much better unless you need somebody against calves and armors.
Yep. And even then, 0 times 2 is still 0.
Yes.
There are better units.
Right. People have to remember it's... No, actually, no. It's 1.5 attack, yeah.
Yeah, it's 1.5, so it's not like you're not gonna do damage, but man, you gotta try.
Yep.
And keeping in mind that while it is a dual effective sword, all it gets on top is Flashing Blade, which is cool, but that's it.
Alright. And I gotta take the resplendent off.
Oh, yeah. Not yet.
And we're doing Pala because this is the only other free-to-play red sword flower we have, and it isn't a competition either, with 1 point HP advantage to Pala, and that's it. Congrats, you are in the game.
9 less speed and 5 less attack. Yikes.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah, 10 less attack may not be super, but it's still leagues beyond the competition.
Yes. Okay, well, Pala might get a resplendent eventually. She's, I would hope.
The white
And-
race in
Still unique, at least. Paula has triangle attack, but
Yeah. And she
But
has
that's not
TA,
a-
doesn't she?
yeah,
Yeah,
TA
TA
triangle
weapon.
attack. Very good counter.
Very, very big
She's great in
specialist.
Rooker Sieges, I'll say that.
Yeah.
Wait a second. That's hilarious how the 2 red sword flyers are specialists.
Yep. Because their attack stats do not let them be generalists. Let's be honest.
All right. Well, real competitors now. Who are they?
Well, I mean, if we want to start with Alencia,
Oh yeah.
Elintra could get
The
a resplendent
Lost?
stats too.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. Yeah, she has a resplendent. The Lost Princess.
The booty resplendent.
Yes. Her original art still respectable. I still like her original art quite a bit, but of course she's now a Resplendent hero. Man, it is such a difference.
Yep.
All right. With that said, 4-point HP advantage for Tanith, 37 versus 41. Same attack, which is insane. 38 speed versus 40 speed. Wow, Alincia's still keeping up. And 26 defense versus 32. 6-point advantage for Tanith. 29 res versus 28. So 1-point advantage for Alincia. Ow, wow. Alincia is doing very good, actually.
Yeah, she's not as tanky, not by any means, but actually, offensively, considering the gap in Dragonflowers is better overall, which is remarkable.
And she has a really good perf. It's
yeah,
a
it's not
brave
amazing.
sword that's not -5 speed, and also gets Swift Sparrows. So it's pretty simple.
Yeah, the actual refine effect isn't great, but the base, it's so good at base and being a better brave sword that doesn't really matter.
It's still better than Ninja Katana, at least in doing damage. So I'd say, and considering that overall Tanith has the same speed when all is said and done, not bad, not bad at all actually. So
who's the best free-to-play sword hero right now?
Best free-to-play sword hero. Are we talking absolutely? Because if we're talking like stat-wise in general, then it would be Ninja Zahark.
That wouldn't be fair. General pool.
General pool. Keep in mind there have been so unbelievably few.
I know, that's why I can't think of who is it.
Longku, maybe. Yeah.
Longku? What?
I guess it'd be like Longku or Soleil. There really aren't that many.
I'd say Soleil for sure.
Oh my god, is it really Soleil?
Keep in mind, the last sword in general to demote to the main pool was a dancer in year 2.
Okay, well this is very weird, chat. When thinking about demoted sword heroes, you go all the way back to Soleil, and that's it. But that's really
Soleil's still the gold
unfortunate.
standard.
Right. Yeah, with that recent
So,
find, she's...
And that obviously Resplendent.
Whoopsies. I was looking at the stats like, wait, how can she be keeping up so well?
I mean, that
All
is
right, here we go.
That is actually with some of the Dragonflowers in mind, but yeah.
All right, well, here we go, chat. This one is a lot better. 37 HP versus 41, 4-point advantage for 4-point Tanith, 38 attack versus 36, 2-point advantage for Soleil, 35 speed versus 40, 5-point advantage for Tanith, 28 defense versus 32, 4-point advantage for Tanith, and 24 res to 28, 4-point advantage for Tanith.
Yeah. Obviously, Soleil's attack is amazing. Soleil's
This
amazing
is really
attack.
interesting.
Yikes.
Because normally we would say the difference of having a perf really changes things up, but Soleil's perf is actually poorly received, and a lot of people still use her use other weapons.
I've actually seen a lot of Soleil refines in Arena, but I know
me too.
Also,
I mean, that's for Arena. Most people are going to do that just for flexibility, but from actual Soleil users, a lot of them I've seen like just keep their own old weapons.
Mixed. Because it's an amazing specialist weapon, but Soleil was treated as a generalist by the public. So,
right.
Take and receive on that. Give and take on that one. I guess a Fire Sweep Tanith is actually just worse than Soleil. But, yeah. It gets technical. It gets a little tough to decide there. But, at least Soleil, no matter what, has more attack. And because of the Dragonflower gap, comparable speed.
Alright.
It's not all bad for her.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for Soleil, I guess. I just can't really think of...
It's hard to think of any others because they don't really exist.
So just to sum up Soleil, I'm glad because if you want to use a different weapon, then Tanith is a real option. If you do keep Soleil's weapon where she's a fire sweep sword, then it makes a lot of sense to keep her. But yeah, when it comes to different weapons, Tanith is going to replace Soleil essentially.
Basically.
Unless they make a Resplendent, but they should, but I don't know. Resplendents are really hard to call. I still can't believe we have a healer.
Terra. And then we get Ryoma? Like, huh? I mean, Ryoma makes sense, but Sarah?
Yeah, I mean, we still don't have like mainline characters like Corrin too. So yeah, I don't want to just say guaranteed because who really knows when this stuff happens anymore.
Yeah, especially when Soleil is in book 2. It's even harder.
Yep. But yeah, if you don't care about her weapon, then yep, this is definitely a hero you can do instead now.
Yep.
Okay. But I can't think of anyone else.
This one may not be a sword, but Sigrun. Just to show how far we've come along in Sanaki's protectors.
It is unfortunate because Sigrun came out a long time ago.
Yeah,
Indeed she
a
did.
little bit of a gap between these two.
That was so slight.
Wait, when was this? It feels like it's 2 years ago.
It was because this
Oh.
was the this was George for CYL 3.
God damn.
Yeah.
That was over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
All right. Wait, can you guys handle this? I gotta do something real quick.
Yeah. So Sigrun was meant to be a bit of a tank, of course, but even in that regard, so Sigrun has 4 less HP, 4 less attack, 4 less speed, 4 less defense, and then 6 more res.
That's so dumb. That's so dumb. That's just straight up insulting. The amount of 4 differences. Did they not realize what they were doing?
Hey, I guess Sigrun's a better res tank. What that's worth.
Also, as a Sigrun fan, can you really be upset? If you're a Sigrun fan, you're gonna be a Tanith fan. There's no way that doesn't happen.
Yeah, so
Literally, yeah. You went out in the end, but man, using Tanith and Sigrun in the team together with Sanaki, you could not ask for 3 units who are literally Sanaki and her protectors were at least 2 years apart from each other. Because Sanaki was year 1, Sigrun was year 3, and Tanith is year 5.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
And yeah, going back to that, it's very clear who the better protector is too.
At least Sigrun will get her refine in over a year. Actually, just about a year. Yikes. Yeah.
And I'm not really. Is this? By the way, chat, is this even sustainable? Are we actually catching up to the units being coming out? Because every month they do like between. Well, nowadays they're doing up to 8 heroes nowadays. But is that enough to catch up?
Depends on where you think catching up needs to be.
Because every month we get more than 8 units, just so everyone's clear.
It's not supposed to be caught up, because if it does, then now you're refining units months from their release, and that's silly.
No, but I'm saying at the rate they're at, it's not even remotely close to catching up.
Yeah.
Because they're not even matching the amount of units they're releasing nowadays, which is really scary for the future. Unless you're a brave hero, what are you gonna do? Because the heroes coming out nowadays do not have reasonable refines anytime, ever.
At least they can get them. If you're a seasonal unit, good luck. If you do not have your own weapon, you're not getting it.
I mean, if you give your Fae account to your kids in the future, they might be able to experience these things.
Well, I mean, put it this way. At the rate we're going, in 5 years, we'll have these kinds of units getting their refine. The GHP of this band getting refined. Just for the fact that- Yeah. At this rate.
yeah.
See you
it's so
two in
sad.
5 years. All right. Crap. Who's a good comparison?
Other Tanith?
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh yes. Camilla's dead. We'll do that really quickly. Why not? Congratulations. She's dead. Not that everyone really used her, but which
Well,
feels bad because I think
surprising number of people used
yeah. Actually, thinking back, I actually was really happy to get Camilla. This was
used-
back when I still found Camilla
Oh,
kind of
this is-
kind
oh,
of
never
attractive.
mind. Holiday Traveler. Oh, okay.
I used Camilla a lot, actually, when she came out.
Yeah,
One of
yeah,
the
me
fastest
too,
sword
actually.
flyers. She was one of the
So-
fastest sword flyers and had an attack stat.
Yeah, I still think that she's cool.
Yeah.
Nice
There's
art.
one thing that Tanith will never be Camilla, and that's for sure.
Long
Tanith
hair.
has a little bit of yeah, and Tanith has a bit of flat syndrome, I'd say.
You know, some flat girls are pretty attractive, and I think Tanith's definitely one of them. But yeah, that's
You don't need to be busted to be attractive, that's for sure.
yeah. But it's funny. One doesn't even have armor. It's very. And that armor is
Roll.
probably a couple 2-3 inches. No, probably at least an inch of armor. But yeah.
Kenneth has Cordelia syndrome.
Ouch.
Okay, well, this is unfortunate because she's just better in every way. It's a
Definitely
complete wipe.
Yep.
And considering that Camille does not have a perf, and while she technically can get it refined, it's really bad. She's gonna need something really special.
She probably won't though, because she doesn't have a perf at all, and seasonals don't get refines if they don't have perfs, because that would take too long.
Oh wait, you're right. Never mind. There's no point. Make Tanifs, no Camillas.
Doomed. You only build this Camilla if you like her. Literally.
Yes. Okay. So who's the other hero we're doing? I forgot.
Kenneth. Bridal tennis.
You know, the only power creep I will ever agree with in this game is when you power creep yourself.
Yep.
Then there is no sadness.
Nope. And yet she didn't even fully do that.
Okay. So 37 HP versus 41, 34 attack versus 36, 36 speed versus 40. Whoa, what? She has,
She has less defense.
I
don't know how that
can't-
happened.
Can't even fathom that, actually.
Nope.
How's that happen?
I have no
Okay.
idea.
At least she has a 1-point advantage in defense, chat, but outside of that, you make the new Tanith.
Yep. I mean, the offenses at least seem like a pretty linear, like, growth. Like, you can definitely tell that this is still the same character, besides having unnaturally more res. She's much more balanced now than she used to be. Bulk-wise, but that's about it. You can at least
Other
get the
thing, chat.
inspiration.
I think Taniths has padding. One of them clearly has padding. Huh.
Curious.
Anyways, but yeah, if you want a Lance, which is really unfortunate too, because they release so many good Lance flyers. Yeah, the old Tanith is definitely kind of pointless now.
Pretty much. Not that she wasn't already, she was basically fodder. I mean, she's in compile for a reason. But, yeah.
Wait, actually, what's her Lance?
Lofty Blooms.
Oh, which is
Swiss
Swiss Barrel, yeah.
Actually, a pretty neat lance, but technically speaking, you can do better than that now, so... yeah.
Alright.
Harsh Command Plus, though. That's her fodder.
Alright. But I think that's enough about Tanith. Good
Yep.
for her.
I mean, we should probably at least do one premium one, because I don't think we've done any, like,
Oh,
up-to-date
sure.
5-star locks, so we'll do a
The
Nand.
closest thing was Valencia. Who?
A Nand. Our most recent fast sword flyer.
How many A's does she have?
2. 2 A's, 3 N's.
Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, you're right.
Her art still weirds me out.
Yeah, it's weird. I like it, but it's weird.
Alright. Alright, can you hand Nand?
So Anand has, keeping in mind that she is a 5-star lock sword flyer from last gen, with Unbound Blade Plus, which is amazing. 4 less HP, man. 1 less attack and 1 less speed. Wow. 5 less defense, 6 more res. I mean, hey, Anand has more res.
You know, I really like these new Pegasus flyers, more defense and res. That's actually,
I mean, that's not how
though it's weird, because that's not how it's supposed to be done, it makes more sense in the meta.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's well. There are some Pegasus Knights who genuinely have that. I believe Tanith has pretty even defense and res in both Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. Yeah.
But generally it's a little weird. That said, better like bulk distribution, better HP, obviously. Offenses are equal after Dragon Flowers, but better by natural. Keep in mind that Anand is a 5-star lock, and that Tanith is not. And that says
Although Anand was never like looked upon that favorably, even on.
Wait, does she even have a perf?
No, she has Unbound Blade.
And Sturdy Impact and Guard Red. So she had good
Oh my
fodder.
god, she's so dead.
Yeah.
Well, she was kind of dead on arrival.
Well, at least
Well, she
there
was already dead.
There was at least some justification because she was one of the faster. She's actually the 3rd fastest sword flyer, second fastest actually after Sheeta, Tide of Ryoma. But now Tanith is the second fastest sword flyer after Sheeta, and that's it. So
Even more dead. Congratulations. All right, that's
Yeah.
just mean.
ouch. Yeah, we're gonna have that taken by a demote.
I didn't even find her. Well, no, Unbound Blade was really good, but yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough. That's probably the one thing.
Pretty much, and yeah, that will probably demote someday, maybe. I hope.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, needless to say, amazing top tier demote, and probably going to be as popular, if not more popular, to consider as a plus 10 project than Marcia. If you can get her. Good luck with that.
I mean, 10 copies is not easy.
The final hero,
All right.
Bertram. It only took
Man.
2 hours. This is because I'm multitasking. This is taking way too long. But Bertram, what's he good for? We're gonna see. He has 45 HP, 37 attack, 27 speed, 38 defense, and 26 res. Nothing
again.
stands out.
It's unfortunate.
That HP and defense stand out, dear God. So,
Really?
hmm?
Okay, go ahead.
Bertram is a 173 BST Sword Cavalier with Res Super Bane, and, Speed Super Bane, and Res Super Boom.
He is hereby the worst of the Dane generals.
You know
Unfortunately
who's there.
so, yes.
The second you lose a perfect, there's no coming back from that.
I don't know
And he
why
has
they
a rune
did
sword
that.
in his art. That's the thing. It
Well, he
looks,
has
it looks
muscle.
very similar to the rune sword.
Why did they do that? Look, we don't get a lot of these cool, badass male characters. Why would they screw this one up?
I mean, I guess in fairness, the Flame Lance is more tied to Patrine than the Rune Sword to Bertram because the Rune Sword is in other games, but...
If this game is alive when Bertram gets his refined, he will get the rune sword, but it's like...
I hope to be alive when Azura gets her refined.
don't count on that one. No, I'm kidding.
Tomorrow I walked outside, get hit by a car, and then I'm like, well,
Well, I meant more so not that you would be dead before her refine, but that her refine would take so long that it was
And you would
just
be
never
dead.
happen.
well, if a car hits me, I'll be sure to text you.
Oh, hey, you were right.
The doctor said
you
I
were
wouldn't make it.
Hey, you were right, message on sent.
Oh man. Well, at least, Kit, please, good Kit, please. Oh yes.
Okay. So, our good friend Bertram over here has Instant Sword plus. It's the Impact Sword. Pretty neat weapon, actually. I don't know why they keep doing this, because Fernan demoted Instant Lance and Sedgar demoted Instant Bow as GHPs. And then Balthus demoted Instant Axe. Really weird. That said, his special is, of course, Ignis. His 5-star skill is Dull Close 3, and his 4-star skill is Rouse Attack Defense 3.
This is completely forgettable. You just take the
Shades of
rouse
Orson.
and that's it.
It's
Rouse
Orson also
was-
had Rouse. He had Ignis.
Orson had a
He
5-star.
and he had a dull in his so it's easier to get it off Bertram. But Orson was remarkably similar. He had Ignis, he had Rouse Attack Defense, and he had a dull effect in his weapon. So
But he has Vantage for some reason. But yeah, so Dull Close was on Cormag, and Rouse is technically easier on Bertram. But it was on Orson. Yeah.
I don't know why they did this. This is a completely
Very
forgettable unit,
unfortunate.
and Bertram's not forgettable. Guys, just look at that art. Can you tell me this is forgettable?
not in the
I mean,
least, but-
among the generals, he's probably one of the,
He's the one you spend the
He's-
most time with, so...
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
he's the least developed of the generals, at least in Path of Radiance. And then,
Yeah. He kind of just floats in. Says he wants to die. He floats out.
right.
But
he
even
he
still, he's
a
there.
very memorable chapter, though, at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you find out who he is, and then when you finally say, Papa!
Well, that comes a bit later, but yeah, that's something too.
Alright, well, I'm sad about this. This is... Look, I'm not even sure if Legion remembers this, but like many years ago, we talked about the opportunity of Bertram coming to the game, and we're like, he's gonna be amazing.
Yep. I mean, in fairness, at least he has the BST to not be terrible.
He is.
You can't
He at least,
screw that
if
up.
you invest into him, he's going to have a significantly, or maybe not significantly, but a somewhat better niche than Orson. Because not only is he in a much less saturated class type, he just has he has more res, and he has slightly better stats overall to help him compete.
Yeah,
a little bit
but
better.
that Res Super Boon, he actually does hit a pretty neat 38-30 bulk line, which is actually pretty good. So it's not like he's unusable.
All right, look, no one used Orson, and I don't expect anyone to use him.
At least, well, Orson at least has way more competition.
Yeah, that's the thing. Bertram has like among free to play sword cats are extremely rare. Like
This
last one
man
we
has
got was
dark
Kemp.
flames and aura
That was
radiating.
Yeah.
almost 2
You
years
sure
ago
he
now.
ain't
So.
a fallen unit or something?
He might as well be a fallen unit because if you know him from the story, he's not quite normal.
He's literally a
No,
fallen
yeah.
hero that cheated the line and lost his sword in the process. That was the cause for Bertram getting into the game early.
You know, it's really funny because Orson at least has a perf, but it's a completely forgettable perf.
It's,
I mean,
not a very good
arguably, Unbound Lands is better. So, you can definitely see that Orson didn't really win either.
All right, well, enough talk about Orson. Why not just compare the two?
Yeah, literally, Red Orson. Better as a result, but red.
I would like to declare my day has been ruined. Congratulations, IS.
My disappointment
I'm
is immeasurable,
going-
and my day's been ruined.
I'm going to make Bertram work. I swear to God.
Yes,
He's-
Legion is committed to him prematurely, so.
Okay, well, Bertram is better Orson, but no perf, and then things get caught up because perf, and no one uses Orson, and therefore no one uses Bertram, is how I have rationalized this madness.
At least that perf is actually almost worse than an inheritable. So you can take that however you will. Yeah. Oh dear.
Unfortunate indeed.
So I'm sad about this. I was looking forward to this hero, and now he's
Me
worthless.
too. I was really looking forward to him.
I mean, again, still totally feasible to make work. He's not useless. But man, you're gonna
He's
have to
just
try.
almost useless. I get it. We all get it, damn it. You don't have to stamp on his grave anymore. He's cool, damn it. Just cool factor didn't mean anything in this case.
I want to make him work, and I will damn well make that happen. But at least there's more reason to use Bertram than there is to use Orson, because at least there's no serious competition in the vote pool or anything
The
like that.
closest competition he has is Xander, so.
No, you're wrong. I'll show you the closest competition in a moment. All right, next one. Nemesis. Because technically, that's one of the closer competitions.
Yeah,
He scores the same as Nemesis.
Shut up.
So,
Yeah, if you're talking that way.
if you were crazy and declared yourself insane and decided to never use Nemesis Creator Sword, then you have an argument here. But because no one's crazy and everyone uses Creator Sword, there is no argument. So while the stats here look pretty good, right? 2-point advantage for HP to Bertram, 2 less attack for Bertram, 4 more speed for Bertram, 1 more defense for Bertram, and 8 less res. Actually, that's not even clear.
No, if we're talking to stat-wise, Nemesis is an amazingly distributed.
He's
hero.
still better.
That's awesome.
All right, let's give this another L to Bertram. He can take even more today, I guess.
Oh, sad.
All right, no, the real competitive hero. Is everyone ready?
I think I know where you're going with this.
Look at this piece of crap. This is the actually closest hero. It's so bad.
Oh, man.
They both have the same weapon.
Yeah, this is the actual closest hero. Did you guys even remember he was in the game? Conrad, yes. Valentine Conrad. No one used him, and no one remembers him, but he is in the game. Hey, you can get a manual of him, and then give that. Wait a second, there's no point.
They have the same sword.
Bertram, yeah. There's no point.
Ugh.
Conrad is so useless.
I think some girls liked him being in the game, but then I don't know.
It
That's
may
all I
not be a
remember.
sword hero, but I can see the comparison between
Got
Bertram
his
and
fans,
Zealot.
I guess.
Because Zealot is just green Orson. That's why.
And this sucks, guys. Look, Zealot, Conrad, they both dressed for nothing. They're like fan service characters.
And in me, because he actually has insanely high res for his class, whereas Bertram can only kind of get to a point in res. But
Right. You know what? The closest thing is Zealot. They are virtually identical in terms of stats, except Bertram got more BST and he wasted on HP.
yeah, that. Yes, he did. 45. For some reason, he has the highest HP of all sword calves, tied with all for Emotes.
Yeah. But no one uses Zealot. Everyone foddered him. He's really good fodder. Attack Demons form 4 stars, baby.
And Love Candelabra is actually pretty popular.
Yeah.
Don't drive attack defense. Be solid.
All right, but sorry, go back to Conrad because I forgot to do that. My mind already immediately forgot about it. Whoops.
Ouch.
So here's the comparison: 39 HP versus 45, 6-point advantage for Bertram, 37 attack versus 32, 5-point advantage to Bertram, 23 speed versus 27, 4-point advantage to Bertram, 33 defense to 38, 5-point advantage to Bertram, and 35 res to 26, 9-point advantage to Conrad. That's the only thing he has. He has more res, and he's a lot more older, and he is a dumb character. There you go.
I don't exactly know why.
Yeah, I mean, at least,
He was in Echoes.
at least, especially for the sake of unit relevant stats of the meta, technically defense is a little more useful than res. So Bertram technically wins, but man, I shouldn't have to say that.
So yeah, unfortunately, guys, I don't think there are any more good comparisons. But I do want to end off Bertram with a big spoiler, and get ready. If you remove Bertram's mask and you take away the madness, you find out he's Conrad 30 years later.
Find out he's Gustav.
Consolable.
Yes. Never mind, one's in Echoes and other one's in Path of Radiance.
Nope.
Don't worry about that part.
Don't worry
But
about
they're
it.
the same character.
Yep.
Definitely.
You know what? Just throw Kempf in. Screw it.
Yeah.
Ugh. But they
Why
actually
did
have
you want
pretty
Kempf?
similar res.
Because he's the only other GHP sword cav in recent times. And yet he
I
still
guess.
managed to have a perf.
Well, yeah. Kempf has 3 less HP, 4 less attack, 6 more speed, 11 less defense, and 2 same res. That's interesting.
Yeah, Kempf somehow is noticeably faster and same res, but
I was really,
That-wise,
really hoping.
Hmm?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say I was really, really hoping that Bertram would end up looking kind of like a modern gen Kempf, but
with more
No.
speed.
well, not necessarily like a lot more speed. Well, just maybe Kempf but bulkier.
Or,
like
you know,
hits harder.
like that.
Yeah,
I was
something
really
like
hoping he
that,
was worth
yeah.
building.
I mean, you can make the argument, because especially with Trace, any Cavalier with remotely decent speed is at least useful. But, man, he is about as useful as any Cav at this point. Yeah.
I don't know why would anyone would want to do this. All right, whatever. Let's just call it. There could be more comparisons, chat, but I'll be honest, I don't think anyone's gonna do this. So
I think there.
I wanna be clear.
Do this because it is Bertram.
I want to be
Creative
clear.
people,
He is
Yeah.
Bertram, and he is very cool looking. But for anyone who isn't influenced by those things and do not know him, this is a unfortunate case of a hero that got S tier art, but has virtually no potential.
Unique potential. Yeah.
Look, I would rather build Ashnard. If you were gonna make a defensive red sword
of course.
hero, I'd make
Ashnard's
Ashnard.
Easily. The second you bring Perf into the question, it's already a loss. At least for now. So, Ashnard, hell, even Petrine or Arden, I'd do. Like, there's so many. I will merge him. Probably just for the sake of it. But I will not merge him up to +10. I won't use Grails on him. I'm just gonna try to at least pretend like he is in the same category as Petrine and the Black Knight.
Okay. Well, that said, we eventually do have to end our latest data mine ever, because it's about 4 a.m. So to summarize, I think this is a pretty good banner. Yeah. I love Laegjarn. I think in terms of archers, I didn't expect her to bring this much to the table, even though I should, because I saw everything, but it took a while to realize it. But she's so good. Possibly best archer.
What I learned from this is that you apparently need to reach Narcian's speed of 29 to get your rune weapon low.
That's right. Narshan does have a perf.
He didn't even come with... Even Narshan didn't have a rune perf when he came out, but because he's so old, at least he got cheated in eventually.
No. Narshan's actually a pretty good flyer. It's just no one cares about Narshan. Alright.
What?
Well, that said, guys, Laegjarn, possibly best archer in the game. Cav archer anyways. Possibly. You can disagree if you want, but it's a really interesting proposition here. High defense, high speed, high attack. She kills stuff and she's pretty.
Yep.
Voke.
May or may not have already gotten her.
Oh, congratulations.
Only at 7. Woo.
Voke, if you use him, you'll realize he's really good. But if you fodder him, you'll also realize lethality is really hard to use properly. But it's a really good skill.
The rest of the kit is also really good, so who cares? Like, literally everything is good about Volk. Unit, fodder, unique.
Yes.
Wow.
Voke, very awesome. But yes, very high attack, very high speed. Marcia, I don't understand this. She is better than every 4-star Pegasus flyer before her, and she is virtually the same as at least stat-wise, as every other 5-star Pegasus flyer. She is the Pegasus flyer to build right now.
Yep. And she already comes with one of her best lances in Unbound with Luna.
Right.
So she's already relatively pre-built.
Right.
Amazing. Amazing unit.
Astrid, she's in the game. I'll just say that.
Neat unit. Pretty cool.
Yeah, she has unique utility, which is nice.
And Tanif is fun. I'm glad she's here. I do wish she had kept that 1 attack, 1 speed. It's not a big deal. It just feels weird to have Marcia be better there. But in terms of having demoted Pegasus Knights, that's not a thing until now. It took until 2021
to get a sword flyer.
What is this, 5 years? My goodness.
Yep.
And flyer formation coming with it. Like, what?
Yes, very impressive.
Very impressive.
And Bertram's also here. I'm sorry, I like him. I thought this would be better, but it was not.
At least his art is absolutely awesome and even references a cipher. Man. Man.
Alright, so overall I give the banner...
Banner itself. Ignore the GHB.
Yeah. If it's... I usually do it as a series, though. If it's just a banner, I think 8.5 out of 10. Mostly on the backs of Voke and Laegjarn, but Marcia and Tanif are just really cool. Astrid weighs it down.
Yeah.
If you add Bertram in, I bump it a full 0.5 down at least, at 8 out of 10. Because unfortunately, Bertram is so forgettable.
I'm willing to agree with that, honestly. 8 out of 10. I'd even personally argue 8.5, bringing it back up because Azur's actually really concise fodder, but he's fodder.
She is concise fodder, but I wonder who would even want to use that combination.
A lot of units like Rally Ruse, both in Ether Raid's defense and...
Oh, you're right. The Rally Ruse part, yes. Okay. Anyways, that's the banner. It took forever, but we did.
I mean, technically there is a unit that we can't summon yet that's coming up.
And his name is John Cena!
Yes. That's right. It has formally announced. It was on Twitter a couple of days ago. Nintendo is once again working with John Cena, and he's our next unit, right?
Wow, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Our first crossover is John Cena as a wrestler. They actually had to work with the WWE organization to make this happen.
Yep. But then again, they work with everybody.
Yes.
Yep.
But the problem is, they couldn't use his likeliness because John Cena, of course, does not own his likeliness. He signed that away when he became a wrestler. And so they had to make him into the body of a child lolly who uses a big gun.
And you also can't see him, so they had to replace him with someone.
Yeah,
that's right.
You can't see him, so it's actually just somebody else standing in for him completely.
Exactly.
Okay, so yes, there's one more unit, but wait, do we have anything on her?
We have her unit, we have her weapon stats, and her art. You can find her art in
Her art is
in
something
news.
else.
Wait, we should do that right now because she's actually gonna most likely be a unit.
She will almost guaranteed be the mythic this month. You can find the art in news. Also, she's already on the map, so you can find her an hour ago, 2 hours ago now. There she is.
Oh, she's gone.
And there she goes. Oh, stream delay.
She's taking a cue from John Cena.
Nope, can't see her.
Oh, this is kind of blurry. Do you really not have a good asset version of this? It's 640 by 768. Wow, it's small.
Hold on, let me give you the ones that Game Press has and see if they're better.
Okay.
I don't know if they are or not. Directly linking.
Alright, I saw something. Oh yeah, these are way better.
Okay.
Chat, I have never seen the spoilers, so I don't know for anything for certain. But last year we got dual mythics, and so this is most likely going to be released. The majority of OCs become characters.
Yep.
Majority of them, their original forms become a thing eventually.
That's your good
There
stuff.
are odd exceptions, but I would not bet against E-Tree becoming a hero.
Yeah.
Everyone's already seen her portrait art. This is what we've been seeing for months now. And she is this tiny girl who looks
Bug.
innocent.
Well,
She
until
looks-
she starts smiling.
Innocent. You know, she reminds me of one of those kids who got raised in a rich family and knew she's going to accomplish everything in her life. Oh, man. Well, I've learned from TV shows and whatnot, if a kid gives you a smug smile, there are many reasons to be afraid. Alright, but guys, look at her. Isn't she adorable?
The hat.
Yeah. Ignore the hat, because for whatever reason, her hair is wielding a massive gun. And while she might be 3 feet tall, if a gun's 3 feet tall, that's not a joke.
And
Yeah.
For her neutral hair,
Fear
she
not-
wields a gun.
For her neutral hair, she wields a gun. Fear not the 3-wheel girl, the 3-foot girl, but the 3-foot gun she wields.
Yes. Alright, but her art, her entire art is out now. It's not just this.
Nope.
Get ready. Chat, can you believe this? Her little stupid pose in all the movie animations is actually her attack art. They actually just did that stupid looking pose. While she could look like a normal person firing a gun, she's way too into it. She's
far from
reveling in the death and destruction.
No, couldn't just have her literally just pop you with a bullet real quick. Nope. Gotta do the theatrics.
Yep. The eye even glows red. Wow.
Oh yeah, the gun's actually really cool.
Glowing eye.
So we are no longer the owner of the biggest gun in Fire Emblem Heroes chat. The Summoner's gun, Red Oblique, is nothing in comparison to this thing. Which, by the way, this looks like a shotgun.
Yeah, this is literally this is literally bringing in the big guns.
No, seriously, it's a dual-barreled shotgun, chat.
Yep.
What the hell?
It is literally double-barreled.
Okay. Look. I think Itri's mad cute looking. Now, she looks like a brat, absolutely. But considering her art when she's like this, she doesn't look like there's something wrong with her. Now, of course, we know there is something wrong with her, and the next piece of art will show it off really well.
Yes, perhaps a little too well.
This book loves interesting art.
Yeah, Kozaki Yusuke's art is usually really, really good, so...
Kat, how do you feel? What are you supposed to feel?
I'm uncomfortable.
I'm not even sure how I'm supposed to feel. Also, this pose is so weird. Does she have to be, like, right on top of her gun? This is so weird.
Kozaki Yusuke likes doing a different pose for the specials, and then the same pose as the attack art for the injured. So he switches it up.
So weirdly intense. Like,
Man.
why?
She looks like she's having a great day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just a day full of death and destruction.
Well, if we thought Veronica was a yandere, well, no longer, because this is the actual face of bloodlust, death, and destruction.
Yep. Murder! It's a good thing.
Yes. Murder is only a problem when it happens to you. Oh, man. But look, guys, she's having so much fun. I like people who are passionate about their work, no matter what it is.
Oh boy,
In this
serial
case,
killers.
it's pretty clear. Alright, but very clearly I'm a fan of this art. This is very different. And for me, if a game can provide you something very different in year 5, I will take it. And this is not even the bad kind of different. This is the good kind of different. We've never gotten into like a hero this extreme before. We got pretty close with heroes like Patrine, but not this extreme. I think theirs is on another level.
Yeah, this is a whole different level of sadistic.
Yep.
Yes.
God.
Unfortunately, she doesn't introduce guns to fire. New weapon class, gun. That would be pretty cool, to be honest. She's a green mage, by the way, chat.
This ironically the most accurate art for what a person would be doing here, lol.
If you were crazy. Although I don't... To be honest, hey guys, who would even fire this gun off? Like, this gun is massive. You would have to be like 6 feet tall and burly as heck. 6'5", maybe.
Or you could be just from Jotunheimer.
Or, yes, or a giant.
Dagger.
Yes.
Give Dagger the gun.
Yep.
Playtime's over.
But I will say, guys, when we find Du's story tomorrow, I am very interested in finding out more about her. This entire thing needs an explanation, obviously. Final piece of art. Hurt art.
Okay.
This looks like some very sad conducting. By the way, does anyone notice? The eye.
The gun looks sad.
It actually looks uninterested. It's like, oh, but yeah, the gun is literally smoking, chat.
Oh god.
Like,
reminds me a bit of Fallen Dimitri's art, where when he's injured, his lance starts
lance
crying. The eye on the lance. Yeah.
Actually, now that I see it like this, it reminds me of Bayonetta guns.
Oh yeah.
Now, they're obviously not this big, but it looks like that.
It really does, though, actually. I didn't think about it that way.
Neither did I.
All right, you can see she's clearly a kiddo. I'm pretty sure story reasons will tell you she's not a kid. Wait, no, they already
As they
revealed
always
that.
do.
I mean, she is a dwarf. So,
Right.
Yeah.
And of course, because she looks like a kid, she's not allowed to be loved.
That's not allowed.
Oh man, I'm not gonna go into social commentary right now about how stupid that is, but yes, she looks like a kid, but no, early on in the story, she already revealed she's not a kid. I think Alphonse tried to treat her like a kid and got put in its place.
Yep. Right out of the gate.
All right. Her ribcage is showing. They don't usually lewd the lollies. This is Lolly Baba, obviously, because she's actually very, very old. But
I think that's too lewd or anything. That's just a little bit of.
Oh, that is interesting detail. Not usually, but
Yeah, it isn't a usual detail.
yeah, they usually don't go that very far. They're pretty restrained when it comes to yeah. All right. Anyways, I do like the hurt art.
Yeah.
Why? Not because it's her hurt in particular, but the gun is showing off a lot more detail when it's not firing, and you get a better idea and character and personality of the gun.
The gun's
It feels
personality.
sentient.
And gun needs to be
Yeah.
a character.
Yeah, gun. I think Ichira's gun is like one of the kind of weaker characters in the story. I think that like it would benefit from a little more development.
Yeah, can we get some gun development here?
Yeah. That's
When
what
we
I
beat
want.
Eitri, we will take gun into our possession, and we will become best friends.
That sounds
Wielding
that
guns.
sounds lovely. Huh?
Yes. Also, Top Hat Eye does not seem to care.
Nope.
No.
Top Hat
All
is
right.
a little less interested.
Yeah, he needs to spend some time with Cappy from
Yep.
Mario.
Haha.
Okay, but there's more because she's in the story now, and we know
Her stats.
what else about her.
So Eitri is a green mage flyer with attack super boon and HP speed defense super banes as of right now.
Wait,
Her-
are you serious? This stuff is already out?
These are her generic stats, but I expect them to be almost identical.
It's because you
So-
can use a formula to calculate what boons and banes they'd have. Legion taught me that recently. So
Yeah, so this should be almost exactly, if not exactly, what her unit is. But based on intel, probably a little different. That said, she has 37 HP, 41 attack, 29 speed, 30 defense, and 31 res.
If you guys are interested in this data as it happens live, join our server, by the way, discord.gg/Nimdom. It will be changed eventually, but I'll put it in the link, descriptions, and I guess top comments. But yes, this information's actually out.
Yep.
you can
Her
see our
stats-
disappointment with Bertram there.
Oh, yes. Yes.
All
You
the
can see the
tech
disappointment with Bertram. His art is epic, and unfortunately, he's not epic.
Or never mind. Oh, sorry, that wasn't Bertram. But yeah,
Oh.
this is people were disappointed about that, but also this people were like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is what we got to deal with. The Grim Brooker. So
Okay.
yeah, this is her tome.
Tome. Quote unquote tome. I read books too. Sometimes my books fire off, discharge beams of death and destruction. But I call it book.
Sometimes I'm reading books and I shoot myself in the face. Oops.
Just
It's all that knowledge, you know?
average scholar things. Yeah.
Hey, it's really mind blowing.
Haha.
Out of that.
All right, so her stats are pretty interesting. Low speed, moderate defense and res. I'm pretty sure that's just for story reasons. Yeah.
Yeah, her speed's actually not that low, which is interesting.
She reminds me kind of like Robin, except with the res and
She's
a
more
lot
like-
of attack.
She's Yoon, basically, at least in my opinion, with attack and defense that Yoon doesn't have, but less res.
Mm.
So that's really curious.
All right, but the important thing is that weapon is actually really cool. It is, oh man. I think how you know a hero is modern and up to date is when they have Kanto.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kanto everything.
Fire Cav, Kanto. Unless you're Astrid.
Poor Astrid.
This is really annoying. Okay, Grim Booker, attack +3, Kanto 2 during 1s and through 4. Wow, she has the same restrictions as Regan. And but why? She's not a what the?
Well, she made the Ghoulin Borsti, so it's only natural.
I know, but she's not using it. I thought that was a limitation of the machine.
I mean, I guess the gun is technically the machine, depending on how you look at it. Atreus special going for her.
Oh shit! I just remembered, guys. She reminds me of Professor Gero from like Dragon Ball Z. Except she's a girl. But the extreme face is what reminded me. Like the Red Army android maker guy.
I wish I could say I sympathize. I do not.
Oh, okay, sure. Anyways, if you initiate combat or is not adjacent to an ally, inflicts attack res -6 on foe during combat, a unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack.
Very straightforward.
Honestly, it's all she needs. This is a pretty fun hit and run unit.
It's literally just Oter's perf, except it's attack res -6 instead of attack +6, attack -6. And solo instead of near allies. Same might. Attack +3 rather. So that's pretty.
Wait, actually, that's kind of. I think I'm more excited about this because when it comes to range units, we don't really get stuff like this.
No, they usually don't even. Far Trace isn't even always guaranteed to work in the first place. So having 2 spaces of Kanto is insane.
Okay. Anyways, guys, she's already here. Look forward to her. But yeah, go ahead.
Keep in mind, she will have, when she is inevitably a unit, most likely, a second skill. It won't just be this weapon that's hers.
Yeah, also, her base kit in Lunatic is Mirror Impact, All Range, Attack Res, Rain, Glacies, but no, don't expect that to be the actual thing. They always hide something for the actual release.
Yep, they always had a perf skill. So.
Whether that's a special or one of your normal skill slots, no saying on that.
Of some kind.
Needless to say, I don't know if Atri is going to be an offense or defense mythic. We can't even say that yet. But regardless of where she ends up, really powerful unit. And definitely very unique. Kanto Flyer. Look forward to that, though. And if you already fought her, I'm sure you'll know how that works.
Yep. Alright, but that's Atri. Look forward to her. Wait, she's already here. Go fight her. Look forward to her being released. Most likely.
Her. That is all for units. However, we do know our upcoming Hall of Forms.
Oh shit.
This is for Awakening. So, our Hall of Forms is Bright Tharja, Summer Cordelia, Witchy Noe, and Dancer Inigo.
What the? That sucks.
I'm very disappointed with this lineup. Yeah. They didn't even have a Grail unit.
Nope.
It's all seasonals.
It's all 5-star lock seasonals.
I think some Halloween Noe fans might be interested because you can just get a perfect build now and...
Yeah, and her build sucked before.
Yeah, but if you're not planning to do that, this is just a bunch of crap. I'm sorry, for anyone who likes units, that's not what I mean, but you're not going to form one of these heroes.
No,
Bright
I'm not
Tharja
going
is
to.
also... Bright Tharja is not bad either, but...
I really wish that they'd done something different with Awakening. But...
Yeah, this feels like if you're desperate to get a merge on these heroes, you do this. Or, get better skills, but yeah.
Yeah. Cordelia and Inigo in particular are borderline useless.
Have we ever had one where, like, there's no free-to-play hero and no Grail hero?
A couple times, and I cannot tell you which times.
I don't remember them anymore. I think they need to realize that people generally don't spend during this, but I thought they learned their lesson.
I mean, we did just come off the coattails of Soth and Ashnar for us. So, I guess for our sake, it's nice to eventually have a break from units that are always tempting your former soul.
I don't know, it's a weird break.
Yeah, well, Awakening also doesn't exactly have a lot of good banners, keeping in mind our last one was in Book 4, and that had Apotheosis, Ana, and Sayri as its leads. So it's
Summer Cordy is gorgeous and still pretty fast for what she is.
She's gorgeous, but she's not a great banner.
That's it.
I like her swimsuit.
I have Cordy.
Guys,
She looks very, very cute. I like her.
I have
Guys,
Cordy.
Just so everyone knows, it's a cheap trick, but when you're flat, use frills, lots of frills.
Or do what Cordelia did in the first place and pad out your armor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Just
well,
pat
that
it.
was her strategy. And then in Awakening DLC, you get to see just how flat she is. But,
Exactly, and then how not her daughter is for some reason.
yeah, Severa is like kind of flat, but not quite as flat.
Yeah.
It's always hilarious because padding works, right? Because if you ever get to the point of where you find out it's not padding, it's already too late, right? You know what I mean? Oh man, you're like, oh, what the heck? We're already here. Let's just do it.
Yep.
You know, might as well have a night together. Have some fun.
Oh wow.
All right, is that everything? Did we cover everything? Oh my god, this went a lot longer than I thought.
Everything of note. Is there anything I'm missing, Dex? I don't think so.
Let's see. Not that.
The Katria and Paula Bound Hero Battle is their Arcanean versions, so the launch versions of Paula and Katria, not Valencian. Meaning the triangle attack ones, which good luck with those two being good, is all I can say.
Well, Cory doesn't need a giant bust to be beautiful. No, that's not what I'm saying. I mean, some of my favorite girls are flat. But yeah, it is something to point out though. The thing is about her is that she really cares, so it's hard not to mention it.
Oh, so good news is that. Oh no, what are you gonna say?
Stream guests, not important but funny.
Funny.
Oh,
are you serious? Is this for real? No.
Yeah, that's actually a real quote.
No, this can't be. Look, this is already enough of guys. Look at this shit.
Oh my god! So that was what Zanuck was referencing in his video.
No one's gonna see this. No one's gonna use him or see this. If they gave him a proper perf, this would be celebrated as a great meme.
Base, so you can still see it, but no inheritance.
Growl. This is gonna be our new meme. Growl's build to a crescendo.
I don't even know what to say anymore. Alright guys, well I guess that's the thing.
Yep.
Did we know that we needed this in our lives? No, but I need to hear this eventually.
Yeah.
It's probably out already, but I don't want to find it.
Well, the voice clips are in Fey News. Jason has actually been helpful in Fey News.
The video that it comes
posting some new stuff.
There.
By the way, Jason, best news peep.
Yes.
Evan can eat something. Eat a sausage.
Yeah. So we have the voice clips for all of them.
Yeah.
I haven't actually heard Volk's voice much yet.
That's
exciting. Is it here? All right, guys, let's listen to it. Do it. Do it.
Kill me.
I'm already a fan. I can't believe that's real. There's no why. That's not a crescendo. What the frig? Oh, whatever. I like this one though, where he
kill me.
Oh yeah.
That can be our stream notification. Oh man.
Feel that.
Well,
at least he's got good memes.
This could have been a really good meme if it was actually good, but I guess it's just the thing we'll have.
Well, it could become a good meme because he's bad. Like people making memes about how like Bertram when he finds out how bad he is.
They already do that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Guys, don't even build Bertram. He literally wants you to kill him. just do it. Just fodder him off.
Just wait for his alter ego to show up. And then you want to kill him.
Yeah, just wait until you summon Valentine's Gustav and you'll be fine.
Forward.
Come on, don't call him Gustav. That's not very nice, just because he's a beard and a mustache.
Kill me.
Alright, well, we're done with this. I'm tired. We are really late.
Yeah, this is
extremely late.
Very cold. now. And I'm very cold.
This is one of the reasons why Clizzard stopped doing data mines, because IS can't be bothered. I was like, you know what? I'll survive till daylight savings, and then we'll see. And thus far, they've been pretty dickish about it. Hey,
Well,
we
for
have
the
still
first
54
one.
viewers on YouTube. You guys are champs.
They used a growl before for crits and they had the
Yeah,
text
thanks
show
for
it
sticking
me
out
out
this
here
long.
that they expressed the
Good.
growl in
It's
third
commendable
person.
of you.
What?
My friend plays the recorder better. Hey, fuck your friend!
Have your friends. Okay, well, thank you guys for being here. Let's find some of the raids so we can do the sleep thing.
I'm not even gonna wait because I can't wait anymore. It's 4:30 in the morning.
All
Have
right.
a good
Thank
night.
you,
You sleep
Legion.
well.
Have a good night, everybody. Sleep well, and I know most of you are probably already pulled if you're going to, but good luck on your pulls anyways.
Hmm?
Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Even my late staying up self is feeling some of the pain.
I have so many things to do tomorrow. I am not looking to it.
I do have a class tomorrow, so I should probably sleep sooner rather than later.
I don't understand why everything's so late nowadays. I was I'll see next time, chat. I'm hoping it's earlier, but like, yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for dropping by. We're gonna raid Candy Buns. I am very tired. Me brain no good, no more. We are the only streamer for Fire Emblem Heroes. No kidding. Alright, everyone, please take care. Sleep tight. Tomorrow we'll do hero views, and the new heroes are here, so we'll probably see some new heroes. And
Sleep well. Good night.
I'll think about the rest later. Yeah, sleep well. Fuck editing, I'm going to bed.
Kokumi
Okay,
does more
you sleep
damage
well.
than Child, so it's fine.
Alright, good night.
Good night.